Welcome to Natural 20 Proof. See, you all crack. I didn't crack that time. Okay. Welcome to Natural 20 Proof, the show that exists because drinks are good, friends are better, and the dice gods own our souls. We are broadcasting live from the McMinnville Mead Hall in McMinnville, Oregon, which is kind of up in the North Willamette Valley. We serve all manner of fermented honey beverages here, everything from big, bold, imported Danish meads to light and sparkling, fruit-forward meads. So if you're in the area, make sure to swing by and check us out. You can also rent out this space, if you are so inclined, to do your own Dungeons & Dragons or other table-topping experiences right on this here table. Which, big shout out to Nolan here for that one. Nolan and Harry both put a ton of work into making this table happen, so.
A lot of people here helped to peel the bad stuff.
It was a team effort there.
I do what I must.
We had to finish off the finish. Okay. I also want to give a big shout out to Sirenscape. We are using their online beta web player for today's episode. As always, it is a fantastic service. You can mix and match different sound files from hundreds and hundreds of different playlists. You can even import your own sound samples if you are so inclined to create your own custom table-topping experience, whether that be delving into the darkest depths of an ancient tomb or battling pirates on the high seas near Tortuga. You can construct all manner of different sound sets to suit your playing needs. I also, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, the subscribe button, and I think there's a like button as well on there.
Follow, at least.
Follow, yeah, would be great.
You know what to do.
Yeah, hit the buttons, do the thing. And if you're watching on YouTube, which we upload every Thursday, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button as well. We are also now on a podcast, so if you want to swing on by to your favorite podcast playing service there and subscribe to that as well, that would be super cool. We're uploading that every Friday, I believe.
Well, we're doing a rapid schedule for now while we get caught up, trying to do roughly 2 or 3 per week, and then it'll be probably every Friday.
Okay, so we're doing a whole bunch all at once, just kind of taking all the current episodes we have, pulling the sound from them, and putting out the episodes, but every Friday after that, we'll be uploading the sound from our previous game. So if you want to put that on while you're in the car, driving to work or whatnot, to follow along with our adventures, then that is a great way to do it. All right, and did I miss anything?
Masks next week.
Masks next week, yes. So, masks, as always, we wear masks outside of the game. We're a socially distanced pod. We're always around each other, so that's why we aren't currently wearing them. We also all have drinks at the moment, so we can't really drink through a mask. I guess you could use some form of osmosis for that, but it might get messy. But outside of this space, we are always wearing masks whenever around anybody else. It's really important, guys. The more that we can wear masks, the slower all this travels around, and the sooner we can get back to life as normal. So wear those masks, be safe, be responsible, and be courteous. And lastly, next week we're going to be doing a little bit of a change up. So Harry is going to be running a game for Halloween. We're going to come in costume as best we can. And if you have a costume, otherwise just put on some eyeliner and feel majestic. So
That's what I do every week.
All right.
So it's going to be a departure from Anor, unless you want to set it up in Anor, in which case we'll have to talk about that. But it's going to be a little bit of a self-contained one-shot adventure. It's going to be a good time. Lots of spookums, lots of good Halloween fun times. So that'll be this next Sunday, the day after Halloween. So make sure to tune in for that. And
All Saints Day. All Saints Day.
There we go. So make sure to tune in for that.
There will be a time change as well. I mean, it'll be 1 o'clock, but it will be right after the fallback.
Oh, yeah.
So, just
Joy.
to remind people, that happens next week.
Yes, we get an extra Halloween. We get Halloween on a Saturday with a full moon, and an extra hour of Halloween, and COVID.
It's not only a full
Perfect.
moon.
We did a lot of good things.
You had me until the end there.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh.
You take the good,
Yeah.
take the bad.
We do what we got to do.
Then you have.
All right.
2020.
And without further ado, we are going. Oh, yes. Yeah. We are in voting time, everybody. Get your ballots in. Go to the voting booth. Go wherever it is that you make your voice heard. Get out there. Participate in democracy. Make it happen. You only get to do this once every 4 years. It is a privilege.
Every year.
Well, yeah, every year. Well, that's true.
Ideally, make your voice heard, damn it.
Yeah, generally stay involved. This is a really important one, but be involved all the time.
Do you really want me picking your government?
Call to action.
Wow! I want that on a meme right now. Yeah. Do you want me picking your government? Yeah, so make sure to go do that, everybody. It is a privilege. It is not a chore, so make it happen. Okay. All right, well, that was a tirade, but let's go ahead and roll on into our recap. Last time on our adventures... What?
He rolled into it.
I rolled into the recap.
It's my catchphrase, Harry. It's my thing, okay?
Catchphrase.
Jeez. You caught the phrase. Thank you. Last time on our adventures in Cala Anor, the party has been in the town of Quain for a couple of days now. They initially arrived and were immediately pulled into an investigation surrounding the disappearance of several crew members from Cadius LaRue's expedition. Cadius is a Savoyne and has trade relations with the Yuan-Ti, and he acquired an artifact which supposedly was bringing down the wrath of some merfolk in the far depths of the western seas. You were able to find out that it was not, in fact, merfolk, but his corrupt first mate who had been surreptitiously offing the other crew members. And you brought her to justice in very short order, along with having 2 enormous octopi that you slew in the process of staking out the ship.
And 8.
Huh?
And 8.
And 8, it's true. And 8 and smuggled weaponry inside of. There are many uses for giant octopi.
It was a
turns out.
foolproof plan. I don't know how they saw through it.
So, however, these turn out to be rather legendary creatures in the area, and you have earned something of a reputation for yourselves around Quain, as well as the appearance of another charm on all of your bracelets, should you be wearing those said bracelets, or keeping said bracelets. You were also given acknowledgement by Larian Rosewell, who is one of the inheritors of the Rosewell family lineage, who are a family of Urim Knights that oversee Quain. He invited you back to the Rosewell Manor to offer you breakfast, congratulations, as well as a entreaty to go down and assist his father, Sir Gelweir, down in the Claw Garden in acquiring the Fathom Pearl. He offered the tantalizing reward of a keep outside of Quain and an alliance with the Rosewell family, should you be so inclined, and to help them out. In addition, you also spoke with his sister, Saphira Rosewell, who asked for a slightly more subtle approach, requesting that you do not in fact help Sir Gelweir directly, but steal the Fathom Pearl out from underneath both Vesic and Abinlock's noses, thus hopefully ending the confrontation between them, taking away the source of their conflict. So, you spent some time in the library doing some research on the situation down there, learning a little bit about the Portantir, who are the sort of nomadic group of folks that live down in the Claw Garden and follow along with each of these hives of Scuttlekin, of which each Scuttlekin hive has its own sand mother that can develop a Fathom Pearl of its own. The one in question that you've been asked to help to acquire is probably the largest of the known hives in the Claw Garden, but it's not the only one. However, the power vacuum left by the destruction of the hive may have unknown consequences around the Portantir's way of life. So, you have been discussing what your path forward should look like, and in the process, Edlin managed to acquire a contract with Cadius LaRue to help defend the caravan, defend the Savoyne's passage down towards Vesic going forward, which will conveniently take you very close to the Claw Garden, should you follow him along the Savoyne's highway. And that is about where we left off. You were enlisted in, and in 2 days' time, Cadius will be leaving. if you still decide to go with him, you've got a couple days of downtime here, and we can decide what you want to do at this point.
Does anyone else think of him as Larry the Brunch Guy?
I do now.
I definitely call him Larry.
That's a much nicer name than I put in my head when I think of him.
Larry the second lunch guy.
Yep.
Second lunch guy.
I have a shopping list. I don't know about anybody else.
Can I see Xanathar's guide real quick? I know we were talking about me possibly talking to Larry and the Larry. Should I say?
Larry the table guy.
Table guy.
Does the table with all the food. Big
Larry, quack, quack, quack.
He spends a lot of time at that table.
Beautiful.
It shows.
I'll have to take your word on that. I mean, I can still go talk to him if we want, or I do have some other things I could do in spite of that.
Yeah, I got some shopping to do. I wouldn't mind earning some coin fighting shit in the mist. And that's about it for me.
Maybe we can see if he has just a quick contract to kill something in the mist.
Sure. He was mentioning patrols.
Oh, that would be a quick way to make a good gold or two. I'm guessing from the looks of it.
I don't mind coming with.
I got no problem chatting with him. I don't have to like somebody to talk to him.
Exactly.
Alright, if you two want to join me, we can possibly do some shopping on the way out.
Sure.
Miss Penny, would you like to join us?
No, thank you.
You might kill him. We will make our way to see Larry about a possible patrol contract.
Before I head out, I'll chat with Des real quick.
Hey, you got any copper wire? Just small copper wire?
I might have some in my pack. I can certainly find some for you.
Yeah, just a little length would be perfect.
Yeah, let me see what I've got here, and I'll just dig around in my kit. Most of my stuff was left in the cave, anyways. But
Right. I'd say you probably have a little copper wire with you. That's pretty common, especially for somebody in your line of work. You dig around a little bit and you find probably about 12 inches of rolled copper wire.
all right, cool. Yeah, I think about how much do you need? Just a couple inches?
Oh, yeah, perfect. Something like that.
Is this for a spell?
Yeah, spell stuff. You know, just sort of.
Wrap it around the finger.
All right, and this is for hello.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar, but I'm not quite sure how to use it myself. But
Yeah, actually, I can't even do it yet. I'm thinking ahead. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Sweet.
And then I have another several items on my shopping list. I don't know if you want to tell me like what I can and can't find, and just speed through it rather than do a whole, because it's kind of a list.
Okay, so we had a couple of things currently on the table here. Some folks are going to go talk to Larian. We have a shopping list. Are you looking to do shopping before talking to Larian or after?
Whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, who is going to Larian? Quick show of hands here. 1, 2.
I guess we can handle it.
And Garrett's going to Larian.
I'm going. Yeah,
Okay.
already.
So y'all three are going to Larian. What are the rest of you planning on doing?
Some of us were going to tell Cassius we were taking the job.
Okay. Okay. Are you going with on that one, Edlin?
I'm going to tell him we're taking the job because I told him I'd be back.
Yep. Perfect.
I think nobody was heading with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Edlin and nobody are going to Cadius. Excellent.
I think, I'll go with that too. I
Okay.
don't really have any interest in seeing Larry.
Oh, he's such a great
I
fellow.
think actually I might tag along with the people who are going to the Rosewells, but I'm not going to talk to Larian.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to the kitchen staff.
Okay.
I like that.
Sounds good. All right. We'll go ahead and start with the Cadius crew then.
Mushrooms.
So y'all heading on down to Cadius. It doesn't take you long to get down to the docks. They're still kind of in preparation, unloading things from the ship and preparing to head out in a couple of days here. So, approaching there, you can see that Cadius is actually down on the docks here, talking to a couple crew members and motioning to where some crates are being loaded onto carts to be taken up to the main queen proper. And as you approach, she turns, "Hello then, how you doing?"
We're doing well, thank you. And you'll be doing much better when you find out you can actually get some guards, at least as far as the Claw Garden, if not all the way to Fessick.
Ah, all right, that's good news indeed. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll hire you on. Going rate's about 20 gold per day for the lot of you. So by the time we get around there, probably you're going to head all the way to Vesic with us, or just as far as Bara?
Shall we go Vesic or just stop in Bara and go to the Cloud Garden?
Well, I don't know that I want to go into Bara, but I'd like to go to the Cala Garden. I think that was the plan.
Right. So at least as far as the Cloud Garden. So that would be Bara,
Yeah.
or is it just past or just before Bara?
Well, so if you're looking to get to the Claw Garden with us, then you'll get to Bara with us, and then we'll head on south along the highway, and that'll take us down towards Selnor. You'll be probably splitting off from us before Selnor, although I kind of recommend you get all the way down to the town because you can get some preparations done there, and it's already just, a quick hop over to the Claw Garden from there.
Then that's what we'll do.
All right, so with us as far as Selnor, that'll be about a 5-day journey. So altogether, be looking at about 100 gold for the party there.
Sounds good.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
I know. We all just.
Sounds good!
Sounds good to me.
That seems fair enough. And I'm not sure if we'd rather have trade goods or cash, but we can figure that out on the way. Either way, I'm sure we'll be fine.
All right. Yeah, well, be happy to have you along.
Cadius, how familiar are you with these people of Vesic?
These people of Vesic, I mean, kind of familiar. Been around them for some time. Most Savoyans that know this stuff have got to at least have some kind of familiarity with them.
You ply your trade there. You sell them goods.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't necessarily sell them goods so much as they've got the best marketplace in any of the great cities. And so, you got people from Denard coming down from the eastern side of the mountains. You got people from Abinlock coming down the western side of the mountains. Everyone's sort of bringing their goods here, but no one wants to cross the Dormer range, So basically, on the way south, you kind of end up having to go through Vesic anyway. So if you're going to be making trades and deals, then everyone who's anybody is going to be down there. So that's kind of why we have to stay on Vesic's good side, because it's just kind of the easiest way to make a buck without having to travel all the way up to Denard.
And have you heard of their, what was the word for this? Horde.
What was that?
Horde. The Horde.
H-O-A-R-D.
Oh, the collection
Horde.
of magical artifacts that they're supposedly holding on to?
Yes.
Oh yeah, down in well, I don't know where they keep it, but everyone knows Vesic hoards magical items and all that. But it's always kind of a mystery what happens to them once they disappear. All I know is that they paid top dollar for them, so I'm willing to anyway. They whatever that unit of currency is. Top gold. Yeah, it just doesn't sound quite as right. Top of gold.
Top coin?
Top coin for them. Yeah, they pay good. They pay good coin for them.
Premium platinum.
So anybody who brings down an interesting artifact of some kind, you can pretty well bring it to one of the Runda, and they'll probably avail you of some good resources for it.
As a traveler and business person, as a Savoyan, you are privy to certain information. Is that not part of your trade?
I mean, I hear stuff.
Do you know why they gather these items?
I mean, the Runda are some kind of secretive. They don't really like to talk about what their objectives are. They don't really like to talk about what they're doing with all these fancy gizmos and whatnot. So, I mean, people talk. People have theories. Some folks think that the Runda are looking to potentially take over all of Anor with them. Other folks just think they're trying to hoard them just to consolidate power. Make it impossible for anybody to try to overrun them and seize the advantageous position that they're in. But other folks, I mean, it's no real secret that they've got some kind of weird religious thing, cult thing going on there. Worship some thing down in the tear. But I don't really know anything about that. Could be that there's some connection there, though.
As part of your trip, and if I were to offer payment, could you acquire for me some information?
Really depends what kind of information you're looking for. Not all information is created equal.
Yes. We will speak more of this as we get underway.
All right, yeah. Well, certainly we can talk, and if you're looking for some kind of knowledge, then I imagine I might have it. You guys have done more than enough for me. I'm willing to part with what I know, but, well, most of what I know. Some of it, yeah, has got a little bit more value. But, give it to you for a discount.
Always appreciated.
Well, I think that, I think we've got some more information to find out, and hopefully he comes up with something good too. But, do you have anything else you want to cover in where we're here? I think I've got, I want to try working on my outfit, the costume for everybody. Before we head out and help the caravan.
Right. I will assist you.
Yeah, I could use somebody who can hold still for a very long time.
I can hold very still.
Statuesque.
It was made for this.
All right.
I have some shopping to do, so I will leave you two to it.
All right. So you begin to head on back towards the inn to start working on your project.
Yep, we'll do some tailoring.
Okay, sounds good. And we're going to go ahead and shift the camera over to the Rosewell Manor, where the four of you have just arrived and are being allowed in through the gates without too much difficulty.
Following your lead.
Look for Larry.
Look for Larry the table maker.
Bragger done.
Is Larry available for an audience?
You're asking to guard that?
Yeah, just any, I don't know, a guard or someone of, like,
I'll go check for you.
thank you.
Absolutely. He heads on in. He actually ushers you inside first and foremost because it's still raining outside as per usual. But you're kind of left inside the Great Hall, just on the inside there. There are servants bustling around, though Larian's nowhere to be found, and neither is Saphira. He disappears down the side hallway. Yeah. Oh, all right. And you hear Larian approaching. He comes out again, kind of striding through the doorway, as barrel-chested and braggadocious as ever. And just, well, that didn't take long. Welcome back.
Yes.
So you couldn't stay away from our excellent food.
Your food, your company, it's always
Yeah, speaking of, which way is the kitchen?
I can absolutely have some food sent for.
No, I want to go to the kitchen.
Well,
She's from far off land. She's never spent time in a manor such as this. And we were talking the other night about like the kitchens and how they're laid out, and it's just kind of amazing to her. She wanted to see the layout, you know?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
And I
that's
imagine you
it.
got some sort of good local food source so she could see like the farm to plate kind of action going on.
That's awesome.
forgive me. We don't generally allow just anybody into our kitchens, you understand. As nobility, that's... well, you know.
I actually don't.
Do I know what he's talking about? I don't get it.
You literally do this every single time you have a meal.
He's concerned about poisoning him.
Right. Yes. No, I do know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. That's smart of you. That's very smart. Hey, you come with us? I just like to show her. You know what I mean?
Someone roll a persuasion check at advantage.
Can that be
I'll do
me
it.
or?
Oh, do you?
You weren't really
Yeah.
participating in this particular dialogue.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
I'm gonna have Penny. I'll let you roll it. So one of you two go ahead and roll it, and the other one's
I don't know if you're the better person, but
I
I'm all right at it. 22.
There
think you're right.
He sort of. All right, as long as I can send a few guards with you, then
Of
no
course,
problem.
of course.
I understand we have a rather exciting selection there, and I would be very inclined to show you our cellars if you would like to take a look here. We're
Sure.
very proud of our selection.
Absolutely.
All right.
That work for you, Pint Size?
I don't really care about the sellers, but yeah, sure.
Cool.
Sure.
He looks a
Good.
little crestfallen, but
Well, we'll definitely spend some time in the cellars. They are like, that's my favorite part of the house.
excellent.
Wait, is that where the alcohol is? Mm-hmm. Cellars sound great too.
There we go. I knew you were all right.
Like I told you, Outlander, all brand new to her. Sorry, Pint Size.
While they're getting the coin tour, you mentioned something about patrols, possibly, for hire?
Oh, yes. Well, we always have various situations need looking into throughout the areas around here. The Mistlands are, of course, a little bit of the frontier around Relgar, as you understand. We do have one circumstance which I have been trying to get together a patrol to go deal with for some time. Some cattle disappearances out a few miles east of here. Place. The Grizzlewald Estates. Good folks. Vincent Grizzlewald is the owner over there, and unfortunately several of his llamas have been disappearing lately. We don't really know what exactly is doing it, but there are blood stains, signs of struggle around the properties, and his hired men haven't really been able to go find what's going on.
What was his name? What, Griswold?
Vincent Grizzlewald.
Well, I think we can go take a look at that.
Sure.
I mean, livestock disappearing always sounds like a scrap. Either it's a beast or a thief, but either way, we get hit. So.
Absolutely. Wouldn't mind getting my axe wet.
Yep.
And I could use a little bit of coin for making some spell scrolls.
Sure.
Always a good idea to help make a name for yourselves around as well.
Absolutely.
Helping the locals tends to go over well.
We can probably just say that Larian sent us to look into things, that smooth things over if he's not happy to see us immediately.
Yes, here. And he kind of pulls out a small slip of paper and hands it over to you. It's got a wax seal on it in the shape of, again, this kind of well with roses and vines kind of going over it. It's a very simple, just kind of card, but carrying the stamp itself, you'd be aware, is sort of the important part.
Sure.
Rosewell, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
It
very
makes
literal.
a lot more sense.
It's very
Blood
literal.
brains of the
But
operations.
yes, so please don't go flashing that around too often.
course
You've
not.
earned the recognition of the Rosewells, but if I hear word that that's been being, brandished for other purposes, then you understand I have to do something about it.
Of course. Good dream of it.
Yes, you'd have to believe that. I guess we'll wait for our compatriot and we'll start alpaca up.
That was a pun. I liked
Boy.
it. Well done. Here, write that one down, Laura. And she's already scribbling over there. Yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. We will definitely look into this post haste.
All right.
Yes, well, if you feel like also heading on down to the cellars to check out our selection, then
Absolutely.
I would be honored to give you the tour.
Yeah, a quick tour wouldn't hurt.
All right. Well, Elrond, come here. And he motions to one of the guards who comes over with a spear, chain kind of armor, and yes. Well, why don't you accompany us? We're heading on over to the kitchens. We're gonna give these fine folks a tour of the cellars. All right. Well, I'll be accompanying you, my lord. And you start to be guided down towards the kitchen areas.
As we walk that way,
Okay.
What's Laura look like?
No. Well, Laura's a halfling, and kind of. All right.
Go on.
Laura's a halfling. She's got her hair is black, pulled back into like a tight bun at the back of her head there. Very neat clothing, well designed, some embroidery around the collar of it, and what looks to be some kind of green filigree set into a cream white tunic, tucked into some as well kind of coordinated green trousers. She walks most of the time with her head buried in her book. She carries a flute to her hip, as well as a small lute across her back.
I'll just sidle over while we're walking.
Hey, I'm a big fan of poets and songs. You got anything I could take a look at or hear?
You're indeed a big fan.
That's that wit you got.
Well, sure, why not? I've been sort of preparing a little something in honor of your group, actually. I'm trying to find a good rhyme for octopus, though. It's
I think you're a bit classier than my normal line of work, so the first few things that come to mind ain't gonna really swing it, but I'll think on it while we're looking at the cellar.
I guarantee Larian has also come up with those.
He seems the type.
Yes.
Do you ever write like alternate versions that are just for like real late at night when everybody's had a few?
Well, to be perfectly honest, it's a little bit of a ongoing battle between the bards of Abinlock. There, for every glowing song that comes out about one of the Urim Knights, at least 2 or 3 dirty limericks or evocative melodies are produced. Most recent one, Larian actually finds it quite amusing, though he does not want it shared around, is about, is starring him wrestling a bear. And wrestling swiftly turns into other subjects.
Sure.
So, but gives you an idea of sort of what we're dealing with. I'm myself trying to come up with one for to besmirch the wife of the whoops, 1 second. The Canora estate. They're a line of Urim Knights off towards the north near the swamps. And unfortunately, they've been a little bit less than friendly towards the Rosewells lately. So I'm hoping to create a series of limericks discussing how she perhaps went off into the woods and found herself ensorcelled by a number of fae, and one thing leading to another, of course. There's usually a fairly core subject matter around all of these.
I came up with a limerick not too long ago. We should take a private moment sometime. I'll show you, you show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, well, swing by one of these evenings. We'll have a glass of wine about it.
I absolutely will.
All right. And she kind of buries her head back down in her book and keeps writing. All right.
We call that laying the groundwork. Or waxing the runway, either one.
This is educational television, everybody.
I don't think it'd be much as a table as a footstool. But,
You get it.
unfortunately.
All right. You're guided through the kitchens where you can see a very, very stoutly constructed area. It's mostly stone up the walls with, of course, kind of a wooden ceiling. However, there are a couple of chimneys set at various points where the smoke from cooking fires and bubbling pots are slowly wafting out of this space. There are a couple of cooks currently sort of futzing around in here, some of them chopping food, others seeming to, they're butchering different, meats and animal carcasses and whatnot that they've been pulling in. There are a couple of stews that seem to be slow simmering over the fire. You can only gather must be being prepared for the evening meal. Excuse me. As well as a good number of loaves of bread that are piled high in baskets along with pastries and whatnot. So there's all manner of good chow in here. It's well constructed. There's a range actually towards one side, which is just a very well sort of ostensibly a box constructed of iron with a chimney as well as a crackling inside that, which looks like there are a couple of sides of beef that are currently searing on there. Very thin cut.
I would like to know, is there like a trash can? Where is their waste?
So taking a look around, there's clearly a couple of places where baskets have been set up where food scraps are being tossed. You're not really sure where exactly they're going, but you've been around enough, you're not exactly a city goer, but you've been around enough castles and fortresses and whatnot that you would know there's probably some kind of chute that the scraps are tossed out of towards one side.
All right. Well, I just want to look around and see who looks like they're in charge and approach them about how to minimize waste and reuse everything. So like if while they're butchering the animal, if there's any scraps, they could be doing it better, or the sinew and how they could save that and use that for bowstrings, and just make sure, because Larian eats so much and there's so much wasted food. We had like 5 meals in one sitting, and I just can't imagine how much waste happened from that. So I just want to make sure that whatever's happening on the back end, it's not just being thrown out and it's like either going to the pigs or being reutilized, and they know how to do that. Add the bacon grease to the ash from the fire, makes it real soap, things like that.
So you hear one voice in particular that definitely is rising above all others. You there, get that one off the fire. What are you doing? Come on, hey, over there. No, you're leaving that 2 on, it's burning. Hey, you over there, bring me a piece of bread and mop that up. What are you doing? All right, so, you're doing great there, darling. You keep that up. Hey, what's that there then, dear? As you're approaching. This is a large half-orc individual, very round of belly, 2 very long tusks coming out, which actually have little rings put on them at points with a couple of gemstones studded in there. Hair is pulled back into 2 huge braids going down her back, and a large apron is currently pulled tight around her stomach.
Hi there, I'm Penny Lynn.
Oh, hi there, Penny Lynn. What are you doing in my kitchens?
Oh, I just wanted to see how things were going. I know that you guys have to make a lot of food a lot of the time, and I just wanted to make sure and see if there was any way I could help to make sure things don't go to waste. And I know a lot about how to butcher things or reutilize items that are usually tossed out, and just wanted to see if I could be any help.
I think we got things pretty well covered here, dear. We've been doing this a long time, and we make a lot of food for him.
And she points over towards Larian, who has noticeably shrunk back slightly.
I noticed he eats a lot, and that's why I just wanted to make sure, because often when there are, unfortunately I've seen in many towns when they're having to pump out as much food as quickly as they do, they don't always have time to take care of all of the scraps and doodles. So I just wanted to check in and see if I could help.
We do the best we can. Anything that's edible, we put into a stew or a soup or something like that. But honestly, who are you to be coming in and telling us how to operate a kitchen?
I was just trying to help.
Well, you helped, so thank you very much for that.
All right.
All right.
Bye then.
Now, if you need anything else made, then you just come on out here. We'll get something going for you.
All right.
But otherwise, we do have a very busy kitchen. The evening meal's coming up, and I gotta get back to it.
All right. I like your tusks. Bye.
Thanks, darling. You have a good day now.
All right.
We have to kill the chef. I don't think we have a choice.
Too many cooks in this kitchen.
Many cooks.
2 penny cooks.
Just want to
Certainly
help.
can.
Penny Lynn would like to speak to the manager, please.
So Larian has been noticeably silent during this, and he kind of, go on, let's roll on through here. Comes around, and he is averting eye contact with the chef as much as possible. He snags a pastry out of one basket and starts to munch on it there, but seems to hide it from her. All right, well, why don't we go check out the cellars now? A little bit more quiet and accommodating down there. Sorry, Zuga is filled with personality. We'll just say that. Wonderful woman, but don't catch her in the middle of meal prep.
I'm sorry, I missed it because I was writing a limerick. Was she a half orc or a full orc?
Half orc.
Okay.
I never know when you ask questions, Garrett.
Oh dear.
No, absolutely nothing there for Hillary. I was just momentarily distracted.
It's like all of my poor NPCs. No one is safe.
Nope.
Nothing is safe.
You think we're safe?
Yep.
We're not better off. We're there all the time. I do
Okay.
apologize about that, Miss Penny.
Huh?
A lot
Yes.
of civilized folk are self-entitled.
Well, she said in between meal prep, but it seems like probably here it's always meal prep or mid-meal.
Right.
So there's no time. She probably hasn't slept in. She probably hasn't slept. I get her now. I get her.
Yeah, she was a bit abrasive, but, I don't know. I don't think she meant too horribly. I just think she had one of them personalities, which I'm not a huge fan of either. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think I hurt her feelings. I wasn't trying to question her authority.
No, you definitely did not hurt her feelings. Zuga, I don't think is capable of being hurt. And all due respect, she seemed to actually like you. So, that says something. She didn't simply toss you out. So, that might have been because you're with me, but she's tossed me out before. So, anyway, we don't need to talk about that.
You know how I like to fight, and I don't really mean nothing by it?
Uh-huh.
She struck me as the kind who likes to argue. That's her fun. Most people don't like getting in arguments, but for her, it's a game. At least that was my impression.
Huh.
Something about cooks, I swear.
Yeah.
Larian guides you into a back room where there is a small staircase heading down, and you can immediately feel cool air wafting up from below. It's not super cool compared to the outside air at this point, which is actually pretty chilly. So in this regard, actually, it's probably a little more temperate. You go down into a fairly balmy area. It's a dirt floor down here, large racks. It smells of wood and fermentation. There are barrels set to one side along the inner walls, and then these long rows of bottle racks going down into the depths beneath the manor. You can see many different bottles gleaming as they rest and age here. And Larian guides you down. This is the Rosewell Cellars. We have vintages from all across Abinlock, and even a few from the succulent lands east of the mountains, where some of the best vines in all of Anor are grown. And some of these have been aging since the previous sovereign, which, frankly, they probably taste like ass now, but that is beside the
You let
point.
them go too long.
But they're there, and that's awesome. So we have things from the Crimson Estates over here, from the Juice Moose Estates on this side. Yes, they're up in the mountains, an interesting bunch. Dwarvish, if I remember correctly.
Sounds kind of dwarvish, I'll be honest.
I believe it was made initially as a bit of a joke, and then everyone really liked it, so they kept it up. The over here
We've got to go there.
Juice move.
Any from the east that I recognize?
Mountains. The moose or booze?
juice moose.
No.
What are you doing?
Do they ever move it by rail?
Huh?
Do they ever move it by rail? Do they store it in the Juice Moose caboose?
I just want to know which mountains these are.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Probably in the
How big a rack is it up the cellar? Or not?
roll a history check with proficiency because you're mountainy.
Great. That's
Go ahead and
focus.
There.
History.
I'm just doing this character really.
Unfermented grapes mashed together is called a moose.
A moose.
Yeah.
A moose. There we go. So taking a look around, you can see there is one called Goldfield, the Goldfield Vineyards. which is well known near Durnod and is usually kind of in the upper slopes of the mountains. You'd be aware that most grapes have to be grown on a slope, which is one of the distinguishing factors there. It aids in drainage, but you also do need a little precipitation throughout the year to really get them to grow well. You would know that Goldfield is a very, very fine estate and has some very good stuff.
Interesting. Did I see any bourbon?
You're around. Did you ask him that, or are you just kind of looking?
I was looking to see, and then I was going to ask him if I don't see it immediately.
Okay, taking a look around. It takes you a minute, but there does seem to be a different rack off to the side where the bottles aren't really set sideways. They're actually sort of set, upright, various points. And there's a good solid selection of bourbon, or whiskey in general, over here. Not necessarily just bourbon. And other distilled spirits.
Hey, Larry, I noticed you got some other good stuff back there. You have any Farbank bourbon on hand?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah?
Right over here. I've got the Farbank Reserve, actually.
Damn.
Would you like to try some of that?
Oh, well, shit, yeah. I was going to offer trade for trade, but hell yeah, let's get into it.
Please, your guests. He takes a large hand, pulls around. Oops. You can see rip the entire top of the bottle off. There's like a...
Oh, that happens.
Well, I guess it's going to be a one sitting.
Yeah.
All right. He tosses that over the shoulder and grabs a couple of dusty glasses from where they're set over there. Kind of takes them a look. Yeah. Hands one over to you.
Sure.
Takes one.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want some of the,
I'll try a little bit, yes.
All right. And one for me as well. I haven't had a splash of that in a little bit. Puts it off to the side.
That's cask strength.
It's got some serious smokiness to it. There's a lot of peatiness. It tastes almost like a campfire, and it burns the exact right way. Good clean stuff. Not smooth, but the right kind of harsh.
Oh, that's tasty. That's much better than what I had in the bag. Ooh, boy. Thank you, sir. That is nice.
Absolutely. Well, I guess this is going to be bedtime for me. All right. Anything in particular you're looking for down here? You feel free to wander around and take a look. Please don't take anything without me knowing about it. A few of these.
I'll tour around. I want to just get a good look, but just as an observer. I'm not like a connoisseur or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kind of walking up and down, just getting a sense for it. The smell of this place is great. As you're getting in, it just feels like being on the inside of a wine barrel.
Yeah.
It's like every bar I've ever been in.
What do you think, Pint Size?
There's a lot here.
Yeah.
This is good, though.
Yeah.
Well, here, I tell you what. And he goes and he pulls down a very large bottle off of one rack. It's got a big rounded bottom and a narrow stem coming up the top, and he hands it over to you. That's one of our family's prized plum wines. It's actually made right here in Quain, and many of the fruit for this one actually came from the orchard that you're going to be going and assisting. So it gives you an idea for what you're going to be participating in and what you're fighting to protect.
Hopefully we're fighting to protect the llamas.
Well, those two, but
Sure.
the entire place is, of course, under threat.
It's a metaphor.
Oh,
I imagine if you close your eyes, you could probably get some llama notes off of it.
I'll try that.
Roll a
I hear
perception
people say
check
saddle
with
leather
smell.
when they talk about wine.
8.
There's lots of llama smell off of it. You just smell nothing but llama, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, sorry.
Prestidigitate.
I forgot we were on the ground in like
I
a...
did forget to tell you not to do that down there.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't-
that's gonna leave.
It's my fault. I should have.
Totally
Oh.
park.
I'll thaumaturgy a wind to sort of blow out the stairwell as much as possible.
Into the kitchen?
Hey, what's that now? What's that?
Who messed up?
Yeah, fuck her. I didn't like her at all.
I ain't disagreeing.
Someone forget to empty the latrines again? Nah.
Do you have to let it linger?
There you go. So back up in the town of Quain proper, y'all are back up in the inn there, and you are starting to work on the uniforms. Okay.
Right, so just hold your arm out like that. Exactly. Now, try and keep it there for about 2 hours. And I'll get the measurements.
I was born for this. As a young boy in the Agogis, we trained. We could hold our bodies still at the top of the highest mountain for an entire day.
Perfect. Oh, wait. I guess this would make it your outfit. How do I? And I guess I can just... Yeah, never mind. A different position now. Let's try this one with the arm, the other arm up, and the other one down here. There you go.
This is the best thing.
We're doing. We should be doing this.
Magnificent.
Right. Okay, I think I've got it, and I'll go straight to cutting away. But I'm not going to tell him to not move.
Okay.
It's gonna stay like that until I'm
All right. Go ahead and roll a tinkering check at advantage.
We're just gonna show up and he's still standing there like that.
Oh, yeah. 3 days later.
I guess it'd be more like leather workers' tools in this case, actually. So,
If I don't have the tools I need, I can take an hour and make them.
cool. Yeah.
I mean, he's not going anywhere.
All right. So, do you have leather workers' tools?
Actually, wait, do you have that at this
I
level?
do. Yeah, I do have that.
Oh, cool.
I don't think I have leather workers' tools. We didn't buy them at the shop,
Okay.
but
But you can make them.
I can make them.
Okay. So, as nobody is standing there for an hour, Desmond just gets to work like shaving away at pieces of wood and kind of hammering in with making rudimentary mallets and grinding away a couple of pieces of metal into chisels and awls.
Awesome. Well, I got a 19 on my tinkering check. Nice.
Okay, nice. So it takes you several hours to make these. You use up the required amount of leather, you don't have any waste, and you create an outfit for nobody.
All right. This one here.
Just need to reiterate. It looks like a Superman Boy Scout.
Boy Scout.
Can we get like is there any way to like switch over to the like the battle cam so we can just like put that under there?
Okay, hold on. There we go.
And the shorts are convertible.
See it?
Yeah. Oh, they could become pants?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're zip-offs.
Yeah.
I don't know if zippers have been
For
invented.
Hillary, can they be like Velcro
man.
so she can rip them off easier?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's all utility and function.
Magnificent. They've got kind of leather tethers on leather tethers.
Oh yeah, that's all she needs.
Very familiar.
Anyway.
Oh boy.
I'm sure you are.
Yep.
All right, so nobody now has an outfit. Meanwhile, Edlin is heading out into town to do a little shopping.
I'm looking for a fabric store or tailor shop or something.
Okay. Sounds good. Where is our... There we go. Okay. Do. Okay. All right, so taking a look around, I believe you find the Savvy Savoyne, which has a good number of different kinds of general application fabrics and supplies especially for maritime travel. So there's lots of different fabric here, rope and twine of all varieties.
Okay. I'm looking for linen.
Okay. You go and speak to another large half-orc individual. He comes walking out. He's not actually that big and broad, more of a very slender half-orc as far as half-orcs go, which still means pretty darn thick. But he's dressed in a well-constructed flannel, got like some patterning going on there. Yeah. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for linen scraps or flannel scraps.
Yeah, we've got that. Well, she's looking for scraps. What kind of dimensions are we talking about?
Do you sell them by weight?
Sure, I can do that for you.
Between a quarter and a half pound scrap?
Quarter and a half pound scrap?
Between those numbers, anywhere in there.
Oh, wow, that's all right. Sure. I mean, give that 4 copper pieces.
Certainly.
All right, toss them to you. He hands you out linen scrap. It's literally not much more than a napkin almost, but good quality stuff. Looks like it could be used for not canvas or like sail leather, but good hardy stuff that could be used for
I just want, like,
good clothing.
cuttings off the floor or whatever, so
Okay.
cuttings is fine. And would you happen to know if there's an apiary in the area? Beekeeper.
Sure. I mean, most of the orchards and estates around have bees to an extent. Just a nice way to supplement the income, and it also helps the plants grow well. So you can find just about whatever you need there.
Is there any place in town I could just buy beeswax?
Sure, we have it here.
Oh, good.
Just looking for beeswax as a whole? Sure. He goes to one side and pulls out it's a ceramic container, pulls the lid off, and it's just filled up with beeswax. Seems to be melted in there and re-solidified.
How much is there approximately?
Like a pound of beeswax, roughly.
I'll take it.
Okay, all right. That will be 5 silver pieces.
Certainly.
All right. Takes the money, hands you the ceramic pot.
Thank you very much, sir. You've been most helpful.
Yeah, anything else you need?
No, I believe this will do it for me. Oh, maybe a small candle or a small lantern, heater.
We got all kinds of options there. What are you looking for particular? Light or just kind of?
Just to melt the wax.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you'll just want to. He goes to one side, pulls out a thick, kind of dark candle. Yeah, colored with squid ink. Suppose a good look.
Thank you. How much is this?
1 silver.
Give it to you.
Okay.
And just mark off a gold and give him a whole gold for the lot.
All right. Well, hey, pleasure doing business with you.
You as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. Safe travels out there.
Indeed. And I will head back to the inn where I will knock on Desmond's door.
All right. You head on back in. You can hear like scraping and.
Maybe I will go to the other room and wait.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Sounds good.
I shall actually start making earplugs for myself out of wax and linen strips.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is real easy. This is literally just rolling up fabric with wax. This is not gonna require a roll or anything. You managed to make enough earplugs for yourself, and if you're looking to get some measurements and whatnot done for the rest of the party.
Right.
So you're holding off on that for now.
I made myself a set of earplugs because of that thing we heard in the mist.
Okay, perfect. All right. Around this time, the rest of you are finishing up your tour of the Rosewell Cellars. Anything else you wanted to do while you're down there?
I'm all good.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose we should get heading on that way. Yeah.
Yeah, we should make our way out to the estates. It's day's getting on.
Yeah. Let's grab everybody, or do we want to just head out there ourselves?
No, let's grab people.
What time of day is it? Did we have a long rest after our last visit here?
No, I'm pretty sure you left after breakfast. So it was ending around 2 o'clock when you left. Or no, it was closer to 3 or 4 when you left because you went through the stuff with Saphira. So we're getting towards evening at this point.
6 o'clock or 7.
Yeah, 6 or 7. It's dinner time for sure. You can see that as you're going back out into the kitchen, you can see food already being carried out towards the tables.
Yeah.
Well, you want to stay around for dinner?
Maybe we run and have somebody grab everybody else from the inn. Come up here and eat.
I need to pick up some supplies from a shop.
Yeah, we should probably get going. I mean, honestly.
How long is dinner going to be going on?
Oh, don't underestimate him. He'll be going until 9 o'clock easy.
Maybe we go shopping, grab everybody, come back and eat.
Could be.
Don't say no to free food.
I try not to.
Yeah, we'll come see you in a couple hours.
All right.
And all right, well, take care there. As you're heading out of the kitchen, Penny, you feel a large hand on your shoulder.
You go, darling. You need to put some meat on your bones.
And you get an enormous sandwich on dark brown bread with looks to be layers of chicken, some fresh vegetables in there, and some kind of sauce that seems to be some kind of herbal dairy compound there.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You enjoy yourself now.
All right.
See, like I said,
I got a sandwich.
you sure did. It's a good looking sandwich, too.
Guys want to
Can I have one?
No, get out of here. You got more food outside.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Shopping. I just want to pick up materials to make a spell scroll. I don't think we need to roleplay all the shopping experiences.
Materials to make a spell scroll.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that something I can find in town?
Possibly. Let me see.
I had to look it up because
Yes.
I was like,
Yes, it takes you a little bit, but you're able to find, especially getting directions from Larian, you find uncanny oddments. Heading on in there, you meet with a dark elf woman named Quill, who gets you the required components you need for that. What kind of spell scroll are you looking to make?
I want to make a first level mage armor scroll.
A first level mage armor
And
scroll.
what I'm seeing in Xanathar is it should be 25 gold pieces unless you have something different.
Yep, nope, that is correct. So 25 gold pieces.
All right. It is a pleasure doing business with you.
I greatly appreciate your business and I will definitely come back again.
You leave with some very high quality parchment, some ink that has been infused with crushed gemstone powder, and a couple of ointments that you know need to be applied under the right type of moonlight, as well as certain atmospheric conditions.
Maybe can I look for a glass eye worth 100 gold?
In there, yeah, you'd find one.
Hey, Cass, how's the party fund doing?
We're doing quite well, actually.
100 gold for a glass eye? It'll help.
All right, we'll cover it this
All right.
All right.
And then
One
just a
glass
bunch
eye for you.
And then just a bunch of random shit, like random components: bear fur, bullhorn, cat fur, fox fur, owl feather.
A bunch of random components.
I could probably.
All of that together will take you about 10 gold altogether.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Anything else I can get you? We'll say for expediency's sake that Saris and Penny are also here for this. Is there anything you want there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm all geared. I'm just here for the ride.
Actually, can we make it another 25 gold worth of components for spell scrolls for an even 50?
Twist my arm, why don't you? All right.
I just think I need to make another.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
And I will flip her a gold piece as we're heading out, and I will voluntarily sleight of hand it. No, I rolled a 7, so it probably misses her, but it makes it in the general vicinity.
As it's flying towards her, she kind of, and a mage hand just catches it.
Oh shit, nice. Nice trick, I like that.
It deposits in her pocket there. Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And then last thing, I want to see if I can find is there a graveyard in sight, or have I seen one around town?
You have not seen a official graveyard at this point. You gather it's probably outside of town, but when you were coming in, it was already like full storm situation, so you haven't really gotten a chance to get outside the walls and look for one.
I won't worry about it yet.
Okay. All right, and you make it back towards the inn? Okay. After a successful shopping trip, you make it on back around this time that y'all are finishing up with nobody's outfit.
I'll head upstairs and just start like knocking on the doors. We're like
Single floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, every time.
How did we get
I'm
to be
trying to manifest an upstairs.
We're going to start building it ourselves.
Yeah, that's what we do for the rest of our downtime.
Yeah.
We build a second story.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cyrus, come in for a moment. I have something you need to do.
D&D is a story building game.
I'll just walk on in. What's up?
I'm going to hand you linen scraps and wax and say, I suggest you make yourself some of these for when we go through the Mistlands. We heard a banshee on the way in, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, there was that like noise. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And I'll start trying to make some earplugs. Probably badly.
Okay. It's not that hard, honestly. You just kind of ram them in your ears. Well, that doesn't fit. You pull it out and you roll it up a little different and shove them in there, and eventually you get it to where it kind of... You can't hear anything.
Nice, I like them.
Yes, keep them with you at all times.
All right, I'll go ahead and slip those in my little satchel there. Those are handy. I like that.
So what did you need?
Oh, nothing much. I was just looking for the rest of everybody. We have a lead on a job while we're here. Possible livestock disappearance situation down at, where was it? Something Estates?
The Grizzlewald.
The Grizzlewalds. Yeah, Vincent Grizzlewald. Apparently he's...
Well, the other two are just across the hall there.
All right. Well, if we want to get all together, see if this is something maybe we want to look into.
Indeed. And I will bring my supplies with me. In my little pouch.
Okay. Desmond, you had something there?
No, I was just thinking about. I think deafened is a condition in the game, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of curious.
Okay. So you all head over to the other room? All right. You head on in there. The din that you heard earlier has ceased, and you enter and you see nobody and Desmond.
Are you okay?
You could have relaxed any time now. Actually, I'm sorry.
Oh, it is no trouble.
I've seen this before. You got to rotate to get that pop out of there.
Desmond,
Is it complete?
he's majestic. He looks great. Where's mine?
Well, I can only get one done right now, but
I'm just kidding, that's fine. Oh man, he looks good.
yeah, we got more on the way if you want one.
I do.
We can change the name. I just put it's just a blank space right now for the name, but
Sure,
since we had talked about it, I wasn't quite sure what we wanted.
I like it. Yeah.
What is this? Flop the cape. It seems incomplete.
Well, we could make it like Keto's if you'd like.
Incidentally, Keto is up on your head, just kind of like looking down at the outfit and shifting between the colors that are present in the outfit itself, until eventually he acquires a patterning on his skin that looks very akin to the outfit coloring.
Oh my god.
It's like navy blue and tan.
Yeah.
He'll probably turn into a facsimile of a hood, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
So it kind of gets the tentacles up and like drapes them across the side of your head there and just flops backward.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah,
This will do.
and it can even be pants when you need pants. You can put look. I got the tubes here, and just shove it right on top of it.
What sound they make when you put them on?
and lash it onto there. And look, so he can have pants when he wants them, or he can have shorts instead.
I know I keep saying this, but this is the best day.
We've had a lot of really good days.
One of each?
Yeah.
If you're like a little too warm or a little too cold, you could just have a medium.
Behold,
Back to
now I am both warm and breathable.
That's really good.
Function first, right?
Wow.
And look how many pockets.
I love pockets.
To be honest, I could have done with something like that when I was up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Cold, but then sometimes the sun comes out and all of a sudden it's sweltering.
Oh man.
This is amazing.
We can make more if everybody wants one.
Absolutely I do.
I don't know if
Absolutely.
it'll work as armor very well, but
In town.
Sure.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Well, meantime, we should go grab dinner. Larry's serving again, and it's free, so,
I can share my sandwich if anyone doesn't want to see him.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually not that hungry.
Wait, what?
I think I overate earlier, I'll be totally honest.
Wow. Well, okay.
I did eat before I ate, and now I'm feeling like that might have been a mistake.
All right, so who does want to go to the manor?
Does not?
Does.
There's work to be done.
Yes.
We have llamas to save.
Yeah, that is actually, Larian gave us a little bit of a lead on Vincent Griswold, who runs a farm sort of area in town. Been having issues with his livestock going missing. Llamas.
Then must we return to Larian or simply...
We just go up to Vincent. Larian gave us this little note here, that way, you know, we can show up at his door and he won't be like, get on my property.
Yeah, maybe we go take care of that first, then head home.
Larian did say he'd be eating for a while, so if we work up an appetite, he'll probably still be there.
That's not too bad an idea.
Before we go, I would like to recommend everyone make themselves a set of these, and I'm going to show off the earplugs. We had that noisy creature in the mist on our way here, and they're rather dangerous if you can hear them, so I thought we would all use some earplugs.
That's
let's
smart.
set out a pot of wax and a thing of lemon scraps.
I will do the thing.
Where'd you get wax?
Actually, I got it at the general store.
Oh, did you pick some up?
The tailors.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I can use some wax. I need.
You're welcome to whatever they don't use. I got this for a very specific purpose, so.
All right, so there's probably gonna be a lot left over.
Yeah. So, what, we head out to Griswold Estates?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a deal.
Sure, all right, let's do it.
What?
Sounds good.
The place with the llamas.
What?
Oh,
Your earplugs are still in.
you're fucking with us. That was clever. Well done, Fine Size. That was good.
Yes, that was intentional.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, so you said you're heading out to the States tonight, like right now?
Are you guys okay with that? I know we just kind of just threw that on you. Does that sound good? Are you guys
Absolutely.
feeling okay?
Well, I think it sounds sheer brilliant.
Sure.
Sheer brilliant.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Llamas. Oh, they have the best. Actually, alpacas have better, but really, really nice.
Well, I'll pick a llama next time.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Here we
Whoever
go.
that is.
You know, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, they love llamas though. It'll be. Oh, what was I thinking? All right, we just made them have.
Do you know how dangerous llamas are?
Their spit is stinky.
Do you know how dangerous they are?
They're angry little creatures.
No, they're very nice and they're very friendly to people. My former boss raised llamas. They killed 4 wolves one night that came into the pen. Their hooves are angled like this.
Wow.
Or at an angle, so when they're standing there like this, they rear back and they come down with the blade-like front of the hooves. They crushed 4 wolves' skulls. 2 hours.
I'm a little
That's
scared
amazing.
to go on this mission now.
I want to go even more. Let's do this.
Holy
Come on.
You know, I have battle llamas in a different game I run, and now I've got so many new ideas.
You gotta scale them up.
Yeah,
I have
clearly,
to see
I'm
what
like
Llamas are
a
actually,
llama.
But
they're not human aggressive, but they will
CR5.
but they will protect other animals too. My boss kept them in with the sheep because they kept the predators away from the sheep.
well, let's go save some fucking llamas.
It says here this
Okay.
llama has a special ability, serve set spike? What is that?
God. All right. You begin to pack up and head for the gates of Quain. It is approaching dark. It is approaching dark now. The rain is still falling, though slowing down somewhat, and there is a definite haze of mist rolling in off the ocean, illuminated deep golden orange by the setting sun. And that is where we're going to take a break, everybody. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes, y'all, and we will find out what happens to the Griswold llamas.
Okay, everybody, we gotta speed run this because I want to get this limerick out before the end of the show. I'm very proud of it.
So we have to have a rest, though, right?
The question is, are the Griswolds
No, we have.
We got a short rest.
Are the Griswolds
all right, no,
We'll talk about it off stream.
Are the Griswolds home or did they go on vacation to Wally World?
We're gonna take a break, everybody. All right. And welcome back to the stream, everybody. When we last left off, our party was heading out into the Mistlands with the setting sun. Off to find the Grizzlewald Estates several miles to the east through the marshy wetlands of Relgar. Well, not so much wetlands, but they're wet and they're land. So we're calling it that. Same. Anyway.
You are technically correct.
It involves both those, not wetlands, wetlands. Sorry. Bridget made some insane cheesecake, and I haven't gotten a chance to eat any yet.
That's so good.
I had to. Dang. Excuse me. All right, I need a moment. Whew. All right. So, you begin to head out. As you're leaving, the guards at the gates to Quain, as they see you approach, say, "Heading out, then."
Yes, we're on our way to the Griswold estate.
It's getting a little late in the evening for meandering about in the Mistlands. Is you sure you don't want to stay the night and leave in the morning?
Yeah, well, apparently they having some trouble with livestock disappearing, and apparently it's happening at night. So
The best time to stop it would be
I didn't know if
at
that
night,
was-
of course.
I guess that makes sense.
I guess that's true. I mean, other side of that coin is you're going to be walking through the lands at night. You might the llamas might not be the only thing disappearing.
sure, that's the risk you got to take.
Yes, well,
How far out is
we've
the
already
estate?
disappeared.
A few miles
We've
east.
already disappeared
Oh, that's not
through
too bad.
Occupy
Yeah.
and a murderer, so I'm sure that if a few other things go missing, they probably won't take it amiss.
I mean, all sorts of stuff goes missing out here, especially once the sun goes down. But it's up to you to take that risk. Just feel it's my moral obligation to let you know that
Appreciate
there's risks out there.
Good looking out.
Yeah.
Thank you for
And
that.
actually, if you could do us a favor, make sure that we don't go missing. If we don't come back, let somebody know.
All right, like next to kin.
No, just like a guard, just send out a troop, see what happens.
I mean, we'll send someone out in the morning if you haven't gotten back by then.
That's kind of what I meant, yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
So you're planning to be, well, what time are you going to be back? Because I don't want to send out a bunch of folks who is going to be traipsing around while you're just off there yakking about with the Grizzlewolds.
Hopefully a few hours. Yeah, definitely by morning.
Definitely by morning.
Definitely by morning. You haven't seen us by morning. Something went wrong.
Midday at the latest, I'd say.
Yeah.
Good day.
All right. I've heard better last words, but sounds good.
All right.
All right, open the gate. And a couple of guards kind of... The gates open up. Very painful sound. And you are admitted out into the evening Mistlands. All right, so you start to head out, follow an easterly direction through the drizzling rain. You feel the cold wind beginning to kind of whistle across your face there. It is getting chilly at this time of the evening. And you know, it's not an overly long trek, but how are we doing this? Are we good?
Well, as we travel, I'm going to be talking to people, letting them know what I know about dead elvish spirits,
Oh, okay, sure.
as in banshees. So I will warn you at the first sound, stick the earplugs in your ears because their shrieks have been known to kill, and they are frightening enough that you don't want to close with them. You want to hit them from a distance if possible. And magical weapons work best against them, but even mundane weapons will do some damage.
So should we have like one earbud in right now?
As long as you have them handy.
Okay, mage armor's up. Sounds
Because
good.
we will hear them coming. We will hear one coming, I'm sure.
All right.
They don't exactly travel silently, they make noise.
Wait,
Okay.
does anybody here have doesn't have night vision?
I got it.
You have dark vision?
Yeah.
So do I.
Oh, is anybody not?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that maybe we could cover up one eye. I read stories about people on ships that used to cover up one eye in order to keep the light sensitivity on one eye correct.
I kind of start doing that, just like this.
Yeah. So if you want to see in a light source, but you're walking around at night, you can keep your eyes from going too crazy if you cover one eye up, and then one eye is used to light, and then the other one is used to the dark.
Hey,
I'm pretty used to that.
hey, it works.
Sure, yeah.
Wow.
Not sure if it'll help, but we can at least try.
I'll take a strip of white cloth and I will cast aid on Kaz, Dez, and myself.
Nice.
Cool. How long does that last for again?
8 hours.
Nice.
And that's 5?
5 max and current hit points.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond has a thingy where max hit point modifier.
Okay.
I'm finally above 20.
Hey.
I'm doing great.
Take the toughest feat.
All right.
I figure Pine-Side's
2 more damage feet, you got it.
a little extra chunk in the animals you always turn them into. So, yeah, all right.
I want to turn into a llama, but I won't yet.
Okay.
But maybe I could be bait.
You could be the bait. Oh, shit, that's a really good idea.
Keep an eye out into like the further reaches of the darkness with my night, with my dark vision.
Okay.
It's
I'll get 2 perception checks from people as you're traveling eastward.
Oh, who?
I'll take one.
Sure.
Okay.
I could do one.
Keeping in mind that with the dim light, it's going to be disadvantaged if you don't have dim light vision.
Oh, okay.
Should I do it?
I will do one for perception.
You got it? All right,
Yeah.
do it. Go for it.
And disadvantage for me. Still not bad.
Yeah,
16.
Okay. All right. It is not, you don't really see much as you're traveling through. It is still a little bit like kind of silhouetted in the twilight times. The mist goes a very pale blue color around you, and it begins to thicken up to where you can't see more than a few dozen yards out. And as the evening sets in fully, we have torches lit.
I wouldn't.
No torches? Okay, so you're just traveling. Eventually it grows to inky darkness. You hear in the very, very edge of your hearing, you hear that kind of like...
Oh, so,
Hey,
your
everybody.
bugs.
Yeah, let's
Kaz, or do any of you have holy water?
I thought we purchased some, didn't we?
I don't know. I do not.
I thought we... Well,
Keeping your ears strained as best you can until you put the earplugs in.
I'm
Okay, you put in the
not putting-
earplugs.
I'm not putting mine in yet. I'm still listening.
You don't hear another sound like that. Seems to have been very, very far away, and probably it doesn't seem to have been coming your direction.
I'll tell people.
You follow the direction you were given at the Rosewell Manor, and you make your way out, fumbling through the darkness. I'm gonna need 1 survival check from somebody as it gets to full dark.
You want me to do that?
Actually, I'll allow 2 survival checks, just to
Nice,
stay
nice,
up, just
nice.
make sure you're staying on
Pint
path.
size and I can do that.
Okay.
I forget it. Mine's even good.
Oh, that's not good. 10.
Oh no! 7.
Okay,
Wow, and I get a
That means we
+3
die,
I
right?
have a +5.
and you're dead. You begin to walk, and you keep walking. Night has fully set around you, and as you're continuing to walk through the grasses, your clothing becomes soaked with the ever-present precipitation and the water coming off of the plants around you. You whisper through, and you've been walking for 4 hours now. And you're beginning to think perhaps you may have lost your way in the darkness here.
Well, I think we've maybe gone too far. It shouldn't have been this far, should it? A few miles?
Well, I'm not sure. I've never been out this way.
Miles.
Actually, I don't know that. Do I know the Grizzlewalds?
No,
No. Okay.
you would not know them. They are very much off your beaten path.
Gotcha.
Can I try to navigate?
I'll let 1 more survival check to get you back on route now. For those who do not have dark vision, it's going to be a disadvantage.
Wow.
I I would like to take a crack at it.
Yeah.
And I will
Okay.
guidance myself.
I have pretty good dark vision. Can I assist?
Sure. I'll give some. You can assist somebody.
Okay. I'll give you advantage. So.
19.
Okay. You rub your crow's feather, and you get sort of this sudden light gust of wind that wisps across your cheek, and you kind of turn to follow the wind, and it feels like the right way to go. You realize you probably were heading in a slightly more northerly direction and got off route with the actual estates there. And what'd you roll there, nobody?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I said one person.
Oh, I think I said 2. Anyway, whatever. If you'd like to roll, you can roll as well, but 19 does get you back on track.
Yeah. 13.
Okay. You get back on the way. It is now definitely full dark, and after another 2 hours of walking, you see some very hazy light through the fog in the distance there.
I'll look up at the sky and say,
Thanks, darling.
Okay. Making your way in, you find yourself in the midst of a large number of trees. You look around you, they're not very tall trees, and they're evenly spaced apart. There is large fruit hanging from them. Crimson apples are descending down, as well as plums and pears here. And walking between the rows of trees in this orchard, eventually you can see a house where the source of the light is coming from.
I think we found it.
During this time while we're walking and start seeing the trees that are so evenly spaced, Penny goes on a little rant to whoever will listen about how, really, if you want the fruit to flourish, you need to let the trees just drop their own seeds and have their own little clusters. It becomes like a family. So those little tree babies are with the mama babe trees, and the fruits really prosper that way. And I just don't understand why people try to choose where nature grows and make it so methodical. It doesn't make any sense. It just kind of goes on this ramble. No one really,
I never really thought about that at all. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the illusion of control. Everyone thinks they can be in charge.
You can't control nature. People are silly for
I
trying.
think we're here by not to interrupt your very educational moment. Maybe it's best if you two approach. As charismatic as I am, a tiefling coming out of the middle of the night is probably not the best thing.
I don't know that an orc's much better.
Or
Would
for
you,
for that matter, but I don't think
Wash away the mask?
I think that's worse.
I think that might kill me if they see that. So
A branch snaps nearby.
Is there some way we're supposed
Where?
to identify ourselves?
To your right.
Hello?
You turn and you look, and you are met by the gleaming tip of a crossbow bolt that's held up by a very tall individual that's now walking out from between 2 trees of the orchard.
Hands up, and I hold up the letter. We're from town. Larry had sent us. Heard you had some problem with your livestock. Sorry for showing up so late.
Are you Vincent?
There's like a moment of silence. Those who have dark vision can see this individual is very tall, long ears kind of coming back, and they sort of flop down slightly with this curly white hair that coats all around the outside of his skin. Long nose kind of coming out, protruding slightly, very blunt, and you see a furbolg standing before you. The crossbow lowers down, and he squints through the darkness. All right. Gave me a real scare there.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got a little lost. We were hoping to be here a little bit earlier, but we got a little turned around. But yeah, like I said, Larry sent us out here, and figured we'd ask and see if we could help out in some way.
I like your bow.
Thank you. That's pretty good when you got there too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah. All right, so you got sent from Larian, huh?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, best you be getting on towards the house then, so I can tell you what's what.
Yeah, like a plan.
Come on this way. He turns and starts to kind of He kind of walks with a limp as you're going, and eventually
walking speed.
Yeah, you like catch up to him, then wait. Catch up
If you
to him,
walk
then
too
wait.
fast, he just stops behind you, and you just have to go back. It's a mess.
Oh, it's just a disaster. All right. He heads you back towards the house here, and you can see there's a large overhang over the porch there, sort of a slanted roof where the rain is pouring off of, and a couple of rocking chairs and benches up on there. He kind of stumps up and sits down in one rocking chair, setting the crossbow across his lap. Well, it's about time someone got sent this way. I was beginning to think they didn't give a damn about us out here. Well, good to see you anyway.
I can assure you, Larian gives at least one damn.
About himself.
That is good to hear. Things have been strange ever since Sir Gelweir left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name's Henry Gelnaga. Pleasure to meet you.
Name's Vincent. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You're Vincent. All right. Good to meet you.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you heard what's been going on then.
Yeah, more or less.
Something about llamas?
Yeah.
Ghosts? Goats? Something like that?
No ghosts or goats, just llamas. Episode title right there.
Ghosts and goats.
No ghosts or goats.
Just llamas.
Just llamas.
So, any idea what's been doing it? Larry didn't seem to know, but he doesn't always seem like he's the most up on this kind of thing.
Well, it comes in the night. There's blood everywhere, and one of my llamas is always missing.
Tracks or no?
Weird tracks. Look like cat feet, but they're kind of wrong.
Huh.
Wrong number of them.
Don't like that.
How
Don't
many?
know what that's about.
You said wrong number. How many?
It's hard to tell. Probably at least 5 or 6.
And all part of the same line, not several creatures?
Unless they was walking end to end, then all one creature. But
idea.
I don't really rightly know what could do something like that.
Well, I guess we should go check it out.
Well,
Yeah.
Are there still
Nice.
any prints out there, or probably the rains washed them away from the previous evenings?
well, that's why I was walking around. Just see if I could find what was what. But I haven't seen nothing so far. I don't know if there's gonna be more prints. But, oh, you mean from previous nights? No, they're gone.
Have you tried talking to your llamas and asking them what they've seen?
I have. They
And?
don't have much to say.
All right. That's unfortunate.
You can see he's got a very long neck, incidentally, now that he's inside, now that he's under the porch light, as he kind of turns, kind of like,
He's just chewing and spitting with a long neck. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Can everybody speak to animals? Is this just not a me thing?
No.
I cannot.
That's a her thing. Well, I think we might go have a chat with them ourselves and then see if we can find these things.
all right.
Yeah.
You're going out in the dark for him, huh?
Yeah, you know.
Where would the llamas be, since that's what it comes for? That's probably what we should be guarding.
Pasture's right out that way. And he points to sort of the other side of the house where you can now see there's some fencing that descends, that heads off into the mists in the darkness around you, but you can clearly see there's some kind of enclosure over there. You're not really sure how large it might be.
Can we see the field from the roof here?
If you can see through the fog, but you can probably see some of it.
Gotcha. I was kind of thinking maybe we had a vantage point from up here. We could keep a better eye out and then close the gap if something came in.
Oh, smart.
That's a good idea.
How large is the pasture?
Few hundred paces each way.
If we just station ourselves around the outside of the fence, so as soon as someone encounters something, we could yell and everyone could converge quickly. That way we can see through the fog and we won't have as much difficulty.
I ain't too fond of the idea of sending somebody into the darkness alone. Maybe buddy up.
Any any Savoyne tales about a cat-like creature with too many paws?
Make a Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, wait, no, not two of them. Not too bad. 19.
We all just
19.
devolve into Skeksis noises.
Yeah, you've heard some tales, especially from the area through Relgar. Things get kind of weird along that highway, and some strange sort of fey creatures tend to make their way out into the Mistlands. The most prominent example of what this might be would be a
The feared
a displacer beast
If it's,
would be most likely.
if it's from the Feywild, would I have knowledge of it?
Make an Arcana check. I'm gonna put on my jacket really quick.
All right.
Cause it got cold.
You got cold.
It's brisk.
Badly.
I might have a little bit of a magic illusion that we can maybe entice it. Maybe create a smaller llama out on the side by itself and bring it in.
I
Well-
could be a smaller llama.
Like we were saying before, pint size could do it.
But I mean, if you want to make one too.
I don't want to necessarily put you in harm's way if we don't have to.
Well,
I kind of wonder if maybe we could make the image pretty believable too. Maybe we could have an image of a wounded llama, and we could actually have a little. Do you happen to have any llama blood or a bit of offal that we could use as bait?
I got all sorts of llama parts. What kind you want?
I want them all. I want every piece you've got.
Yeah, that'll do. I got old Yosemite. He died about a week back. We've been trying to make sure all his bits are put to good use, but we got a mountain to shed out back. So if you want to come with me, I can help you get that.
That might be a good way to go. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
that's
sure.
good. I'm sorry about the death of your friend.
Yeah, he was a good boy. He made.
He sounds like it.
Oh yeah. Mary made all kinds of good scarves and stuff out of his wool. Made just about the comfiest ones you could ask for. So I'll miss
Sorry
him.
for your loss.
Was that?
Yeah.
What was his death a result of the creature attack, or was it just old age?
Yeah. Sickness got him.
Oh.
Fortunately.
Any of your other livestock actually sick?
Not really. We take pretty good care of him. He was older though, and he wasn't doing so good towards the end. We were not really sure what it was, and then all at once came back out one day and he was gone. So
I kind of wonder if maybe you can tell if a creature is sick or not.
Well, let's go give this a shot.
he's been taking the healthy ones. That's the weird part. You'd think most other wolves or predators, they go for the sick ones.
That was my thought.
Yeah, no, this guy, he goes for the ones who are the biggest and the healthiest.
Huh.
So,
Strange.
I don't know. What'd you roll for your displacer beast check? Oh, okay, yeah. Unfortunately, you've heard of them, but no specific knowledge.
Can I be casting, doing a ritual cast for speak with animals as we're preparing to go out that way?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're going out to the shed out back to there, Desmond?
Yeah, if he's got some llama blood or some pieces we could use for bait, that might be helpful. But if it's from a sick llama, maybe it won't be useful.
I'm going with Desmond.
I'm gonna go with Penny.
Okay.
Penny as well.
Okay. And you're heading out into the field?
wherever.
Yeah, I mean, if the shed's near the animals, even better. But
Yeah, whatever bits you need, it's just around back. Can't miss it. Just take a walk around the house. You'll see the shed. And rest of you, I'll show you where the attacks have been mostly taking place.
Sure.
Do you have any spare nails? Iron?
Oh, yeah. Find those in the shed too.
Very good.
How many you need? I need them for my fences too.
Only a few.
All right, yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and have some of those.
Do you have a way to pull out a couple of silver to turn this and the nails into powder?
Well, I could beat the heck out of it until it turned into something like it, but I don't know if it'll work the same.
That's all we have.
All right, I'll do it.
So you're trying to powderify some iron?
Yes, yeah.
Boy.
That may take a minute.
Okay.
You don't have any files or anything?
I don't know.
Oh, we need
I've got
that.
Tinker's tools.
You have to, your Tinker's tools will let you, like a file you'd have for sure.
cool.
That's like a no-brainer for metal sculpting and whatnot. So you're able to get some metal shavings, some iron shavings for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Some iron shavings and some silver shavings. Spend like a silver.
Yeah, go ahead and deduct 1 silver piece from your inventory.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, that's legal tender. I'm not sure you're supposed to be defacing that.
Lawman Saurus.
On the case.
The rest of you make your way out in the field. Vincent gets up. All right, it's out this way. Mind your step here. As he kind of like takes one large like over the top of the fencing.
I go underneath.
Follow him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair under pop back up.
Strange folk. All right. Well, it's out this way, and he goes and he lifts up a lantern at this point that he took with him and is still coming along, hiking the crossbow at his hip. Takes you across the field towards where you can see a large number of trees on the other side of the fencing as they sort of emerge. They're only dim outlines in the fog. But you can see here the fence has been repaired recently, and there looks to be scuff marks all around the ground. Yeah, this was the most recent one. Rosemary was here, and last night we lost her, and so this is probably where I'd start my search, but it tends to come out of nowhere all over the pasture.
All right, well, I'll start taking a look around.
Who's good at finding this shit?
I've read a book on investigative work.
Yeah?
I can take a look.
Try.
I can take a look as well. I do pretty well
yeah,
finding
well,
what
show
you
'em.
next.
I'll walk Desmond around and help him look for shit and have a hand on his shoulder and be like, "You got this, beautiful."
What am I looking for exactly?
Signs? I don't know.
Oh, just anything about what we might be
Or
encountering.
anything that could lead us to him, although that's probably a long shot.
Right. So, any indications about the nature of the beast, as well as any indications to, just whatever else might be happening. Right?
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation check at advantage.
And with guidance.
That's a natural 20.
Hey!
So, for the record, it's got to be guidance or the help action for this, simply because those are two separate actions. And
So guidance lasts for a minute, so I can guidance him, and then
Somebody else.
right, that's kind of the cool thing is one person can do help action on something, the other
Okay.
person can do guidance on something. Otherwise, that just is like
I can assist.
a ridiculously effective
All right,
assistance.
I mean, I have really good dark vision, so I can assist by looking around.
Okay, perfect.
So,
Yeah. So in that regard, it's a 3-person assistance thing.
Sure.
Well, I got a natural 20.
Well, we're good then.
And there's
Go ahead and
guidance
add
for
your-
21 plus 6. 27.
Okay, so you kind of root around in the grasses here. You can see a lot of the dirt has been washed away. However, it looks like Vincent's assurance that the tracks were all gone wasn't quite true. They're clearly washed out, but you can see the faint footprints left over from the previous night's encounter.
Heading out or in?
Heading out. So well, you can see they're both kind of heading in and heading out. You can see where they were approaching and then leaving by roughly the same path, sort of stepping over one another towards one part of the fence, where as you approach that, you can see a smear of blood over the top rail of the fence.
Llama blood?
You lick it, and yes, it's llama blood.
If you didn't say it, I was going to say it.
Looks like llama blood.
Yep.
Shades of Heyu.
I think we could probably set a trap up along this. This looks like a path for it to come in.
And it comes in different ways every time. I was thinking we might find where the llamas are, and that's where it's going to come. It's going to come after a llama.
Yeah, that makes to me the most sense.
And I was going to say, Penny, didn't you want to find the llamas for some reason?
Oh, sorry, I'm still speaking in llama. I was just getting ready.
So you can actually question them.
And
Yes, I think some of us should at least go find the llamas if some of us want to stake this area position out.
Yeah, I think I don't want to split the party necessarily, but divide and conquer might actually work.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to set up, Desmond, like you were saying, like a little trap up here, and we can set up the bulk of us near the llamas. It's not a bad idea.
A few hundred paces on the side, so I'm sure
Exactly.
anywhere in the pasture will be within a few seconds of each other.
That way we're in spitting distance, but
Well, we
not
have to-
so close that we freak out, whatever it is.
Sure.
It might be able to conceal us a little bit for a short time.
Sounds good.
Oh, you can.
I think that the two groups shouldn't be more than probably 30 or 40 feet apart at least.
Oh, absolutely not. We should be able to get to each other within about 6 seconds.
Absolutely. And actually,
Roughly 30 feet or 25, depending on someone's walking speed.
Exactly.
well, I think we should all head down to the llamas together.
Yeah.
And then set up, because I don't think we should get too far away from each other in case what Edlin was talking about still is out there.
Yeah,
Sure,
We
yeah.
could have two things happening.
I'm fine splitting up in town, but I want to stick together when we're out here.
Sure.
I think it's a bright move.
Let's go talk to some llamas.
All right. Okay, as they're down this way, and Vincent sort of leads you into the darkness. You can start to see distant shapes emerging from the fog. Dark silhouettes that begin to consolidate into a good number of llamas that are kind of huddled close to one another, sharing body heat. And you hear this kind of coming from all of them. There you go, buddy. There you go. And Vincent goes over and pats one on the back. It kind of like drops his head down. His little neck hug there. There, it's a good one. That's a good boy.
Got try to pet one?
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, not bad, not bad.
I'll just walk up to that one real quick though, and I will use my speech of beast belief and be like, hey, you. Just give a little scratch, 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 scratch. I love these things.
They're so cute.
They are lovely creatures. I didn't mean to sound heartless earlier when I was talking about picking through their scraps.
Oh no, we want to make sure we use every bit of the llama if it leaves us.
I love
I agree.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good people.
Does this one have a name? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Which one you looking at
The one that
there?
everybody's petting.
The one that
We all just go around one, the other one was like,
Oh, this one's Gregory.
Craig.
He's my third favorite.
Is there a smaller one in the herd, essentially?
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to go talk to Dillweed over there.
Oh,
Feeling targeted.
I approach. Hello, Dillweed. And I kind of try and pet it. And it's fairly small, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like I bet it's a little still taller than you are, but it's more diminutive than the other llamas, and they seem to be kind of like huddling around it a little bit. And
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get notice details for my minor illusion.
Oh, okay.
Just to try.
Yep.
It's not going to be perfect, but I'm just trying to get a rough outline of it.
You commit the details of llama physiology to your lexicon now.
Yeah.
You can successfully simulate a llama.
Perfect.
Okay.
I did what I needed to do. Well, I'm downloading.
What are you doing?
You wouldn't download a llama.
And I'm making up my illusion, a smaller form of that llama,
Bitch, I
just
might.
nearby.
I imagine Neo in the chair.
Since the creature attacks the largest healthiest one, why would
You can manifest llamas?
Well, I mean, and I snap my finger and it just turns to smoke and
Oh
disappears.
God.
It's fake.
Oh. Well, that's pretty nifty.
What did you use for that?
You think that's cool, though? You should see what Pine Size over here can do.
Just a little magic I've learned over the years.
What can Pine Size do? I mean, she's really good at eating grass, but she's still learning how to do the juggling.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, my friend here, Penny Lynn.
Oh, you're Penny. It's, yeah. What can you do, Penny?
Well, I can try to turn into one. But I'm gonna wait for a second because I just want to chat. I know that you've already talked to them, but I just want to offer my condolences and I turn to the llamas and offer my condolences. Hi there, I'm so sorry about all your friends going missing.
Indeed. Things have been very difficult lately.
I'm a proud warrior of my race.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
This is Gregory, yes. Truly the most trying of times. We're all trying to stay strong through these times and... But I admit that the tension of late has worn us all thin.
It sounds like it. And all of this started with old Yosemite and now losing Rosemary, and I'm just so sorry.
Truly, if you can save us, I would be in your debt.
We are here and we are going to do our darndest to help you.
Thank you, Penny Lynn.
You're welcome. And I know Vincent already chatted with you already, but do your companions just go missing when they're go off on their own, or you haven't seen one?
Prestidigitated off my boot.
You know, they tend to wander into the darkness first. Occasionally, us llamas do like to stroll through the night and consider our place in this world. But of late, we've not been able to take these strolls.
That sounds trying indeed.
Yes, it has been very difficult. Most of us are slightly introverted, and so having to be so close and such close proximity all the time has made us more than a little testy with one another. Not now, Dante.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, hopefully we can help, and just one more night.
Thank you. It means a great deal to us of llama kind that you could deal with this monstrous creature out of the wilderness. It's headed into the darkness each night, taking our hapless brethren with it.
And do you know roughly which direction people have been going on their nightly strolls, or has it been all over?
It's always on the northern side of the pasture, and we know that they are taken into the wilderness. 'Tis a fell place there, full of dark things. The two legs do not like to travel too far into it. Supposedly there are rumors of stranger things in the dark, but till now they've not emerged into our world.
Yes.
This creature, though, stalks us wherever we may be.
We will do our best.
Yes.
Dillweed, quit chewing on my cake! Get off!
It tends to only come every few days. Rosemary was taken last night, so it's unlikely that another will be taken tonight. You may be able to find it within the trees.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Oh,
and we will.
He's aiming
If
for
he's
you.
around,
What the heck did
if
I do?
that creature is around, we will certainly hope to track him down tonight, and if not, well, then we'll just have to come back tomorrow.
Thank you. If you can save us, you will have our undying loyalty.
This llama has an intelligence score greater than like half of our parties.
Well, I gotta be honest, Penny, that looked really interesting from this side.
He is the best to talk to. I just kind of want to come back and pick his brain.
It spit on me twice.
Well,
You want a llama
maybe
brain? You want a... All right.
Although I do hear that can make a fantastic kind of cleaning agent, not for the body but for clothes.
Very useful for tanning.
Yeah. It helps with that.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go talk to the guys in Quain and see what I can do with all these llama brains.
Yeah. You can use that for tanning.
We do just have them in jars right now. Sometimes I like to talk to them and remember the good times. Anyway.
So sad.
So what did Gregory have to say?
So.
And in what manner did he speak?
I'd say, well, pretty much like all other llamas that I've spoken with.
Makes
Nothing
sense.
surprising there.
Sure, makes sense, yeah.
Very, very noble creatures. So, and then I kind of repeat what Gregory told me. And so, I don't know, I guess at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe I should turn into a llama and then go wandering out that direction. Although, if the creature only eats once every couple days, it might not be around. But we can look.
Discuss tactics. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Well, maybe till we knock it off. Maybe we kind of venture on the outside of the fence a little bit, more towards the woods.
Maybe like mark it up like a llama escaped the pasture and went wandering out into the woods alone.
Right, to contemplate and be introverted and, really think about the world the way it is.
How do we know that Gregory
What they do?
Well, anyway, so
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah?
I suppose so.
well, anyway, yeah. So does that sound like a plan? And then the rest of us just sort of follow at a nice distance, maybe me a little further back than everybody else.
I'm quite good from far away now.
Good, yeah.
What are you saying?
Oh, I was thinking, I kind of wonder if maybe Gregory was just pulling our legs. Maybe he was the one who's been doing all this.
No, he would not.
I cast Zone of Truth on Gregory.
The barbarian has zone of truth.
If he's a Morphite, we'll know.
Oh God, not this again.
Shades of fucking Iron Belly.
Oh my gosh. Well, and same thing with the Thursday campaign.
Yeah.
Any hooser.
Oh man.
Well, maybe we should start heading that direction.
Actually, if
Yeah,
you
let's
turn
get
into a
out.
llama, perhaps I should take my other form. If you didn't mind my riding on you, I might be able to give us some advance warning if something is coming.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then I think we gotta have the llama ferret advance team, middle team, and then a rear guard.
Cats.
Mostly because I'm loud as shit and ain't really able to fix it.
All right.
If something does get close, and I suddenly turn back into myself, or back into this, you might want to change back as well.
Oh, I think I might want to stay in my shape for a little bit longer, just to.
To draw it in.
Yeah.
Nobody, you're noisy too, right?
Yes.
That tracks. So you and me in the back, everybody else in the middle, llama ferret up front.
All right. And Jesse.
Yes.
Because there is no wild-shaped llama, would I just use maybe like elk?
Camel.
Camel would be an appropriate one, I
Camel
think.
would be
Okay.
the closest to a llama.
What
Camel,
would be-
llama, and
Except you can also spit. It's a
Cameloids.
+1.
camel spit.
Camel llama.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they?
Yes.
Do we want to torch first? I can make a torch for us.
How come?
Just because it's hard to see in the mist.
Oh, well, I mean, I think that might scare it off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a llama wouldn't be walking with a torch.
Right.
Although I don't know how well I'll be able to see now that I'm turning it.
We don't have to light it
I'm also kind
immediately.
of wondering that maybe we're at a disadvantage in its home territory.
I mean, that's true, but unless we want to just park out here every night for the next few days and maybe not be able to help before Cadius leaves, I think we got to go hunting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's see.
And
Well, Jim, you can make big old bonfires, right?
Right, yeah, I can put one down as soon as we need one.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, what we can do is we can get it set up, and once the llama shit hits the fan, you can, poof, and we'll have a little bit of light when we're fighting. We can give us all a little bit of chance to see, because I don't do so well in the dark myself.
Sure.
I suppose just make sure none of us get too far away from each other.
Right.
That would be the main thing.
Yeah. But as long as we got like a spot, like we'll all hang out here and you'll set the fire there, or
Right.
we talk about that. We get that picked out, and
Sounds like a plan.
so we
absolutely nothing could ever go wrong.
Ferret riding a llama.
With a ferret riding a llama, just like God intended.
And then I guess the middle group is you two and you.
Yeah, I want to be up close, but not super up close, because I can't really do much at range.
And you can be like 120 feet back, right?
With
Dark vision, right?
dark vision is 120 feet.
And then me and nobody will be 60 feet back from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay near me, Osiris.
For the purposes of disadvantage with our heavy armor.
Right.
So we're trying not to. Yeah.
So you're, so how far back total from the llamas are the heavy armor guys? gonna be?
180.
180 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a long way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
That's 3 rounds. Yeah, 3 rounds.
Not for me.
actually, for anybody who's hanging back quite a bit, here, I've got this. I don't exactly know what it is, but it might be a haste potion.
Yes.
Random drugs.
I'll hang on to this.
Penny in llama form is very interested and starts like motioning at the potion, especially after hearing Kaz go, it might be drugs. Meh.
So if I
A
did
little
it,
bit fast.
if I did it correctly, it'll either give you extra ability to catch up to us, or it might cause paralysis in your in your breathing.
I've always been a lucky girl. I'll roll that die.
Elric Gelnaga, the girl who got lucky. All right.
Hey, she usually does.
Okay, so heading into the woods.
Yep. I'm going to walk with a little limp. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. They want the strong ones. I'm gonna strut.
Confidently.
Okay.
I strut. Yeah.
You strut your
And I
stuff.
spit. And, yeah.
God,
Okay.
why am I counting like we hit?
Somehow you're like 60 feet back and it's still like 120 feet.
Llamas.
Meh.
All right, so you're 120 feet back from the llama. The heavy armor folks are 60 feet back from you. Okay,
And then those two are right next to me.
okay, sounds good. I'm gonna need everybody but a llama to roll a stealth check.
Oh, I'm strutting.
I'll have you roll a performance check.
For the record, I'll guidance myself.
Okay, yep, that checks out.
Good. That's really good.
And I'm a camel.
Yep. I
So,
got a nat 20 and a 7.
I got a natural 18 for a total of 18.
Okay.
Very good.
I have 6 plus bonuses, which is probably like 9.
I got a 16 for a total of 14.
Nice. Dexterity.
It's 7 for a total of
8.
Okay.
It's fine, we're nimble.
and so I don't know what I'm adding as far as my, performance, but because I'm a llama, okay, 7.
7. All right, you're,
Llamas are the
you're
natural
llama-ing as
actors.
best as you can. You're strutting. Okay.
7.
Okay, so we got 7, we've got
18.
18,
9.
9. Okay, 7, 18, and 9. math is.
It's about 11 and a half.
Yeah?
Good
Okay.
average.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, looking for averages there.
11 and a
Okay.
half, 120 feet away from us.
Okay. Sounds good.
We're the bait now.
All right.
For the record, as a camel, my passive perception is 15 for looking at, for
Okay.
space.
Looking around. Very
Yep.
good.
And I have advantage on perception checks.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and roll a perception check, Edlin.
18 plus 3 is 21.
Yay.
I am also
right.
actively looking to make sure I get the bonfire where I need to go. So
Okay.
make a check as well.
Sure.
16.
16. Okay. You do have dark vision, right? Yeah, you do. So, as you're walking into the trees, following the path that Desmond kind of located, you walk for some time. This forest is dense, and you can hear kind of vague creeping sounds of animals and stuff around, the rustling of the underbrush, and just the general, the drizzle of rain through the leaves. 1 second, I actually have a thing for those. It's a very oppressive sensation in these woods. It's deep and dark, and roots are constantly catching your feet, and your llama feet, unfamiliar to you, do keep kind of like as
And
you're
then
going
strut
along.
again.
You're the most confident llama I've ever seen.
At about the 30-minute mark, walking through the trees, Edlin, you hear a faint rustle up above you.
I'm gonna tap the llama.
Is it
Bang.
Russell Crowe?
Jesus. Oh, fuck.
Could be a Russell Brand.
It could be a Russell Brand.
And all at once, a large figure plummets out of the trees and slams into your back, rolling a 16 to hit.
I believe so. Or camel.
All right.
Camel's very armored.
And up close.
It definitely is.
Okay, first attack. As it hits you, you feel immediately this lash as a long appendage sweeps around and slams into your torso there. There's a sort of piercing sense as these spikes jam in, and you take 13 points of slashing and piercing damage.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Llama still up?
And
Yeah, llama's still llama.
and its second attack now slams into you.
Ooh, you don't like it.
That is a 13 hit.
Yeah, it hits.
That hits. Okay, second one. 12 points of slashing and piercing damage.
Okay, I am Penny.
Okay, at this point, the two attacks, you feel your form. Edlin, you are perching on her shoulder at this point.
I dive off when the thing hits
Okay.
and transform as I'm moving through the air.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative at this point.
Can I, as soon as I hear it, can I down the potion?
Can you down a potion? This is initiative at this point because
Okay,
the
all right.
combat has begun.
Sure.
That's
Why every time with initiative it's so...
level 5.
I rolled worse.
Oh, bam.
No, 7.
There's not much less I can roll. Pretty down there.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's only one creature, so.
I like being bottom of initiative as a caster, though. It gives you more options to react to things.
Here this goes. Come on, buddy. Show me the music. We've got rain. That's good. We just got.
I can't wait to drink this potion.
You're just gonna blow up.
It's too rainy.
I wonder what that's like to have a whole party member just like stare up in space.
Right here.
It could happen again.
I was looking at puppies during no fight, so.
Well,
great.
I can tell you what any of the regular 6 options are.
No, I want to be surprised.
Doesn't mean it's one
That's the spice of life.
Sorry, one moment. My sound is being squiffy.
Use my bow.
Okay. There we go.
So bad.
No, I'm good.
That should do it.
Full before I.
Okie dokie.
Wow, you did that fast.
I'll show you.
Okay.
6 other ones come out of the trees.
Okay, 25 to 20. 20 to 15?
18.
18. Beautiful.
Damn, nice.
15.
15. Okay.
The good ones are going. The rest of us are here.
Okay. 15 to 10?
11.
14.
14.
And 11.
That's bad for you.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 16.
Oh.
All right, 10 to 5.
Did you get mine? 11.
Yep. Gotcha.
6.
7 and 6. Okay.
No. What? What?
Oh, wait.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's everybody. Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, 4. Oh, just kidding. Oh, that's
You're like, nobody could possibly roll under
Who could roll under that? The guy who rolled
Keto, by the way. Can I get a roll for Keto?
Keto's gonna get better than me.
Yeah, he does by a lot.
20.
Are you kidding me?
There's branches everywhere. Why is this squid going past me? Oh.
All right. First up is Keto.
Keto readies the help action in order to, if something comes at me, it will, I don't know, try and distract it.
So it can give advantage on a skill check or an attack roll, but it can't give disadvantage on an opponent's attack roll.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. He's chilling, it's fine.
Chilling?
There's nothing he can do.
Okay. Okay.
He will give advantage if I get in range of something and attack it, but it's unlikely.
Sounds good. So he'll hold if you attack something to give you advantage.
Yes.
Perfect. Works for me.
He just weighs a couple tentacles out.
That's it.
We'll figure it out. He's awesome. Nobody.
Alright, can I see where Penny was attacked?
So from where you are at, you're 180 feet back and don't have dark vision. Unfortunately, you cannot see anything up there, though you do hear Penny's shout from ahead.
Okay. Alright, I run towards the shout.
Okay.
Actually, let me think about this. Yeah, I will take the powders that I asked for, and I will sprinkle them at myself.
Okay.
And in doing so, cast protection from evil and good.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Very nice.
Just in case.
Okay.
And I will use my movement to go towards Penny.
Protection from evil and good. Good.
That is a good spell.
I think that actually does apply in this circumstance. Let me see here.
It's Faye.
It's gonna be yeah. Anyway, you don't know for sure, but
I don't know
you got
what
a
type
good
of
you got a good feeling about it.
It does protect against all of those types. I don't have to choose.
Well, actually, from the conversations earlier,
never mind.
you would have a good idea it's Faye.
Right, but it does protect from all of them at the same time. So.
That is true.
So if I try to
Okay.
hit you with a good spell, it won't hit. You have protection from my goodness.
Yep.
Not correct.
Incorrect.
Wrong.
We're not those kinds of people.
It also doesn't really say what anything like that in the description.
Yeah, I recall. It's another chill touch.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
Okay, protection. Sure, we'll call it that.
Why the heck not?
Chill touch, the
Okay.
ranged and necrotic spell.
Alrighty. Okay, so you cast protection of evil from evil and good on yourself and move 30 feet. Okay, you're now 150 feet away from it. Okay, that brings us around to the creature. It, as you transform back into Penny, it kind of comes back in at you. And is going to take its 2 attacks against you. It's a 20 to hit and a 10 to hit.
The 20 hits.
Okay. All right, that is going to be 8 points of slashing and piercing damage to you total. The first tentacle lashes towards you, strikes you across the arm, leaving a large gash across. The second one comes around you, duck underneath it, hearing a whistling sound over your head. Okay. And from there,
Did
It is going to kind of like turn and sort of like stay crouched down over you and continue to have an aggressive posture. Okay, bring us to Edlin.
Insight.
Okay,
Deceive me, panther thing.
Panther thing.
Also, I take it my
Deceive
my
me.
perception wasn't high enough to see what the thing looked like.
You have dark vision to how far out?
60.
60? It's really dark for you still, because you're still a long ways back there.
No problem.
So I'm going to say you can see movement, but you can't really see details about it.
Sorry to take away there.
No, you're fine. That is
19.
important. 19. Ooh, wow, that's good. It rolls also a 19, and we're going to give it to you. In this case, they're opposed, and you both rolled for it. So that's kind of wacky. So we're saying that it goes to the player.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to shoot it with my longbow. I'm
Okay.
going to move 10 feet away and shoot it with my longbow.
Okay, moving 10 feet away, and you're currently, you would be adjacent to it because you are currently, you were on Penny when
then
she reverted back.
Then I won't move away. I thought maybe when I left down and move further away, but probably not. So I will instead hit it with a scimitar.
Okay, sounds good. Your shiny new scimitar?
Yes, the +1 scimitar.
Very good. I don't believe rogues have proficiency with that, correct?
No, I do not.
Okay.
But that's scimitar is +1.
Oh, and go ahead and roll at disadvantage for this one.
By disadvantage.
You don't know yet.
Oh no.
Roll at disadvantage, please.
It's not because
don't
of
know.
you.
So I have double disadvantage on this?
Oh, did you already roll at disadvantage?
No, I have advantage because of my insight check.
No, that gives you
No, that
sneak
gives you
attack.
sneak attack.
Even
Yeah.
if you didn't have a reason. for it.
Okay, well, I do have advantage because she's adjacent to it.
Can you
Well, you're not. Are you turning? You're getting into a flanking posture with it then?
Well, it's a little tough to realize
Okay,
where we are without the battle map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a
It's a little squiffy.
little bit of a theater of the mind situation for now.
All right, so
So currently you are on Penny and adjacent as a ferret, and then you jumped off and you transform back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So-
you're transforming back into Edlin.
right,
Okay. And that'll be your bonus action to transform back.
right.
Okay. Because combat like began, like it came out of nowhere and like leapt on you.
So I think the only question is he flanking or not?
Yeah, you can get flanking if
Okay.
you transform back into Edlin
So
and
then
go
it's
around the
a
other side. Then you can
straight
get
roll,
flanking.
straight attack.
Okay, then flanking.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll just a straight attack roll then.
That's a 1.
Okay, so unfortunately, as you slash in, it goes true. You're certain it went right through the center of its mass, and it just doesn't seem to connect. Like, what is going on here? And unfortunately, that was your attack and bonus action, but you were back into Edlin form and currently flanking with Penny.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, and that brings us around to Helry's turn.
Bonus action. Down in that potion.
Okay.
Let's go.
So that was, in fact, a potion of swiftness.
Hey! What happened?
You did it!
Leave that. 1 second, let me make sure I'm doing this right.
Like I said, perfect plan.
Oh, why are there so many potions of swiftness in so many different games?
Do you want the experimental version?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Let me get that here.
Okay.
Always been a lucky girl.
I believe it
Oh,
just
and you
gives
can't
you an
break
extra
that.
like 30 feet movement speed or something. But,
It's like that. I can't remember if it's 10 or 30 in that case.
yeah, it's something like that.
So, yeah, so I'm gonna ask you to help me keep track of those potions for me,
Absolutely.
since they're in your situation there.
I will do everything I can to make that as easy on you as possible.
Thank you. Okay.
Swiftness, 10 increases by 10 feet for an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So then I will run 40 feet forwards.
Okay.
And can I assume, oh no, I don't have to hear it because I just did my bonus action. So for my action, I will dash another 40 feet. So I will now be, that was 80, so I'm 100 feet away.
Okay.
that's my turn.
You blast
run
through
by
the trees. Yeah. Sounds like a freight train going past. Okay, sounds good. So that was your turn there. That brings us around to Desmond.
All right. Well, if I can't see exactly what's going on, I'm going to get a little bit closer in range so I can pop a bonfire on top of that shadowy mound.
Okay, range on bonfire.
I think it's on top of me though.
I think he said on top of in just like
No, it's it like
adjacent, right?
came down on top of you, slashed you, and then it like came to the ground next to you. So it's not currently, you're not prone. It's not like on top of you. You're still in the action and all that good stuff.
It's like, don't light me on fire, please.
No. It's there.
60 feet. So how far away was
60
I?
feet. So you started 120 feet away. So you'd have to run. You can get closer by 30 feet, bringing you to 90 feet.
I will dash then.
Okay, bringing you into 60 feet away.
Yeah.
All right, you can now clearly see the creature in the distance. It is this large panther-like being, 6 legs, 3 on either side, these large claws, and 2 whip-like appendages coming from where its tail would be, with these long kind of, almost like a squid, where they got these paddle sort of structures on the end of it with spikes coming out of it. It growls. And you can see its eyes kind of glowing in the dim light. Okay. Hey, right. That brings us to Saris.
All right. About how far away am I?
120 feet.
Oh boy. Yeah. And it's all lit up now, right?
Not yet.
No. I did
you
not
did.
pop a bonfire.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you would have seen me go, so you can follow me, probably.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll use my action and bonus action to rush on in. In fact, actually, let me see, javelin. Yeah, I can't do anything from 120, so.
2060 or something?
What's that?
Javelin's 2060 or something like that?
Yeah, it's 2060, so even if I use my bonus in full, I'd just be at disadvantage range and have... So yeah, I'll just run the 60 feet, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Incidentally, you still can't really see it in the darkness here. It's full dark at this point.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm following kind of where, like, Desmond would...
Yeah, just for the purpose of, like, I guess you couldn't have double disadvantage, so you'd be like,
Yeah, exactly.
Penny. Penny, this thing is right in your face.
I don't like that. I'm gonna do a bonus action of shillelagh
Shillelagh!
with my fancy new quarterstaff
Okay.
and try to hit it. Down, kitty, down.
Okay.
Hup, that's natural 1.
Okay. And once more, you take your staff and you kind of tap it to a nearby tree. Energy flows down the length of it into this kind of greenish glow, and you bring it around in a whirl and right through its face, and it doesn't connect.
Huh. All right, I'm not moving.
Okay.
So.
All right. It kind of. Okay. Kaz.
Oh boy. I'm gonna move 30 feet closer.
Okay.
Putting me at 90.
You can see this thing clearly.
Yeah. As I do that, these 3 small motes of smoke and fire spiral up my forearm. As I launch out, these 3 motes fly out like tracer rods as I catch scorching rays.
Cool. Nice.
So, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Holy cow. 18.
Nice.
18 will definitely hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so I'm shooting all 3 rays at it. Are the other 2 at disadvantage still?
Each one is an initial attack. The first attack hitting, as it strikes in, it goes. It looks like it should have missed, and you're like, oh damn it. However, it strikes and impacts with the empty air, and all at once there's this kind of in the displacer beast form, and suddenly it materializes over in the other's form.
Alright, do you want me to roll?
Okay, so that was, we'll roll damage for it really quick here.
Oh, okay, so 5 points of damage for the first one.
Okay, not too shabby. That was enough. It's now there, so you can roll without disadvantage for these next attacks.
Okay, perfect. So a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Okay, natural 20 and a natural 1. Roll the natural 20 damage.
So it's 2d6, so it's
Plus
12 plus 10, so 22.
22. Nice. Damn. The one of them streaks off, and the creature kind of with supernatural speed. However, he accidentally ducks straight into the path of the second one, which hits it straight in the center of the head.
Oh shit.
All right. Does not look pleased about that. Any movement for your turn?
Yeah, I moved 30 feet closer.
Okay, so you're now
I'm at 90.
Yep.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay, bringing us to Keto.
Same as last time.
Okay.
He's just hanging out.
All right, he's got his alarm.
Hopefully he now hates me and will leave me alone, I mean.
I'm 120 feet away.
120. You moved, I thought, 30 feet closer? Or no, you
I
dashed
started
it.
100.
Oh yeah, you started further back. That's right, because you had done 150. So you were 80.
I'm at 150 so far.
Okay. Yeah, because you cast protection. Yep. Okay, so you're 150.
Perfect. I run 60 feet.
Okay, 60 feet. You were at 90 feet away.
He's right next to me.
That's it.
Okay, sounds good. This creature, that ends your turn, bringing us to the creature is kind of like look around and is going to turn and use a disengage action and leap over Edwin's head and bound off into the trees 40 feet away from you. All right, and that ends its turn, bringing us around to Edlin. Oh, incidentally, as it runs away, you see this kind of like its entire body vibrates and it seems to flicker between 2 points until it consolidates to one side.
Interesting.
Question on eye for detail. I can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature. Does this thing count as hidden?
It does not.
Okay, then never mind. I will just try to hit it with my longbow.
Okay, roll at disadvantage.
That would be 6 plus... 6, 12.
12. Unfortunately, the arrow streaks off into the dark and does not hit its form.
And 19 did not hit
Because they're nasty. They're annoying creatures. Okay, that brings us chasing after it.
Yes.
Okay, following after it 30 feet. You're now close behind it. It's still 5 feet ahead of you, though. All right, that brings us to Hillary.
Did you want a bonus action?
Oh yeah, you've got bonus action stuff.
No, I do not want a bonus action dash.
Okay.
It's- I am 5 feet away from it. I'm going to stop 10 feet away from it.
Okay, sounds good. 10 feet behind it. Still kind of at a jog there, but not as fast as you could have been.
So I'm not sure how the angles work out, but I have 120 feet of movement. So
Okay, so you came in to...
I was 100 feet away.
You're 100 feet away. You were 100... Well, yeah, so you're 100 feet away, 120 feet in. It gained 40 feet, so you're 140 feet away, so you can end 20 feet behind it.
Oh, it went directly away from me? Okay.
Yeah, it's running away from you guys, now aware that you're here because of the fire bolts coming in at it.
Sure.
Okay.
I can run for a while, I'm not worried. Yeah, I can shoot pretty damn far.
Okay, sounds good. That ends Hillary's turn, bringing us to Desmond.
All right.
Or actually, you have an action, right? That was just a bonus action to run that way?
No, action, bonus action, and movement. 40 feet each, 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay, cool. All right, sorry. So Desmond, go for it.
So I am how far from it now?
You were at 90 feet away. It added 40 feet to that, so you're now at 130.
Okay, so I will go 30 feet.
I thought you ended at 60 feet away from it because you were with me and you action dashed.
Yeah, okay.
So he was
Okay, you're at
60
60 feet away, so you're now at 100 feet away.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and light my bonfire underneath it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, bonfire comes up. It makes its dex saving throw and fails it, I believe, at a 9.
That should fail.
Okay.
6 fire damage.
Okay, 6 fire damage.
Close the gap a bit more too.
All right, so you sort of see there's this like, it misses it, but you do hear this kind of pain from it, though you don't see its form necessarily consolidate anywhere.
Wait, how far away am I after movement again?
After movement, you were at 100 feet, so you're at 70 feet.
Oh, then I can't do the bonfire, so I'll shoot it with my bow. Sorry.
Oh, okay, shit. Okay, never mind. I used up my cat noise for nothing.
It was a good cat.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Okay, yeah. Shoots through its form and does not strike it.
All right.
Okay, that brings us to, so you're at 70 feet away now, to Saurus.
Alright, so I was 120, closed 60, moved 40 feet away. I'm 100 feet away from it now. So I'm going to close 30 feet, putting me 70 feet away from it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to see the fire go off, grab a javelin.
Well, there's no fire at this point.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You weren't close enough to do that. Still, I'm going to grab a javelin and be like, all right, here we go. And throw this right over.
Okay, it's 80 feet at...
it's actually 120 for a javelin.
120. Okay,
yeah.
sick.
I thought it was 60, but...
Disadvantage. You have every variety of disadvantage.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
only one disadvantage.
Still not great. That's 13.
That is actually just enough to hit it. So, against all odds, Saurus just comes up with this Olympic toss. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow. D6.
Ellery, how far were you?
Huh?
How far were you?
20.
You were 20 feet away?
Someone say that Saurus is quite the tosser.
Oh,
Yeah, toss that.
Tulsa?
boy.
I'm only 10.
Yeah, that's a plus strength.
No.
That's max damage. That's 11 damage.
Jeez. Holy crap. 11 damage. Wow.
I'm not even raging.
It was a hell of a throw.
Wow. So in fact, the inaccuracy in this circumstance actually aided you, because you just sort of like, it's somewhere over there. And for those of you who can see, this javelin's going completely off mark and hits the ground right near, like off to way to the left of where this thing is. However, as it impacts, there's again this kind of, and the thing reorients where the javelin jammed right into the base of its neck there. And then it kind of keeps running through the trees.
I hear the devastating impact and I shout, I missed!
No, you actually. Yeah.
All right, nice. That brings us to Penny. Penny, you see this thing reconsolidate in front of you about 40 feet away.
All right, I would like to cast Spike Growth. And so I want to make sure that I know Edlin was about 10 feet away. I don't know with the, shifting if that's still 10 feet or farther. But I want to make sure I don't have any of us in there. But it is a big area.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, so it's a 20-foot radius. And
Youth.
then it is when a creature moves into or within the area, they take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet they travel.
God, nice. Okay.
And it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, and it's difficult terrain.
Go on, run.
Okay,
It's fine.
so as this thing is running along,
options
all at
spread
once,
apart.
these kind of roots just jam up out of the ground, each sharpened to a needle-like point at the end. The creature running through it kind of like stumbles for a moment and seems to be trying to collect itself and figure out what to do at this point. And that does not immediately do damage. It
No,
does
it does
damage
not.
if it travels. Okay, good.
And then I'm going to... Nothing. That's all I'm going to do for the moment.
Okay, sounds good.
Where you're at.
That brings us around to Kaz.
I'm gonna move 30 feet closer, putting me 100 feet away, and 3 more scorching rays just fire out of it.
Okay, 3 more scorching rays. Go ahead and roll. Not at disadvantage.
I bet. Okay,
That
so
was a
15, 23, 24.
Wow! All 3 hit.
Roll those 6d6, bro.
Jeez.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a sorcery point to empower the spell to reroll 4 of those.
Okay.
Yeah, when I can fight, I can fight.
I love it.
Okay.
That's way better.
Oh, shit.
10, 20, 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage. As this thing like halts where it is, there's suddenly it's looking around for an exit and from the side. Jeez. Woo! You can all smell sizzling flesh and see points in its hide that the coal-like embers have jammed in. Okay. And you move another 30 feet closer, right?
I move 30 feet closer, and I use the second level spell, so I can't do that. Yeah, that'll be it.
So you're at 70 feet away now, I believe.
I was at.
Yeah, so you're at.
I was at 130 at the start of my turn. Move 30, so I'm at 100.
You're at 100. Okay, sweet. All right, that brings us to Quito.
Quito is chilling on my head.
Business as usual.
Yeah.
Now, Penny, real quick. The way you oriented the spike growth was so that you would not catch Edlin in it, correct?
Correct.
So currently it goes back about 10 feet from it. Right. Okay, cool. All right, that brings us to nobody.
I can't see it, can I?
You cannot see it at this point. You can see the embers sort of streaking towards it, and you see a brief sort of like illumination of the fire, but you can't like get a good beat on it.
Box.
Can you see my tracer rounds flying out towards it?
Yeah, you know where it is roughly, but you can't like see it. It's still completely dark.
Yeah, I will move and dash in its direction another 60 feet.
Okay, sounds good. Another 60 feet towards it. So you started at 180, went to 150.
I had him down at 120, so that should put him at 60.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. 60 feet away. So you're closing.
No, I don't think so.
I went to 150 and then I moved 60.
60. And then you lost another 40 there because it moved.
So 30. So another, okay, so 70?
70. Okay. Speeds. Yeah. So, one way we can do this, incidentally, is if you all want to take 2d10 out.
Oh, smart man.
Then then whenever the creature moves away from you, I will tell you how much to add to that d10. And then that tells you how far you have to travel to get to it.
Brilliant. Yep, thank you.
Nice. For chase sequences, battle maps don't work very good, and so we use other methods. So, all right, that brings it around to the creature's turn. It looks around, the spikes around it. It coils its feet underneath it, and it jumps over the spikes out 18 feet towards a spot a little ways away from Edlin, and then bolts off into the trees at an angle away from it. That adds only a total of 20 feet to all of your distance dice.
Does it go over me?
No, it jumps at an angle, but it still has to jump back towards you and then run away, right? Because
I think he's just asking opportunity attack right now.
Yeah.
no, it jumped at a distance specifically, so it wouldn't take an opportunity attack. But it's got if it only had 10 feet of jump, then it would have had to get adjacent to you. Right. But it has 18 feet, so it could get at an angle from you since it's a circular area.
How far? 20 feet, you said?
20 feet away.
Mm-hmm. Does it take spike growth damage?
No, because it jumped over it. That is I was considering that, like, spike growth seems busted. And then I'm like, if you jump, you would only take it. And it's gonna, actually that was 18 feet, so actually it's got a dash too. So it's gonna go ahead and dash as well. So go ahead and add another, a total of 60 feet.
Ooh, 60.
Oh. It's another 60.
So
Another 60.
it jumped
A total of 60.
Or total 60, yeah.
Whenever you
So
started
it's 50
at.
from me because it jumped towards
Yeah.
me at an angle, you said? So
Yeah. If you're at 10, now you're at 50. Or,
No, you'd be at
70.
60 still away from you, we'll say. Because it moved a total of 20 feet away from you, and then another 40 feet.
So just to,
Technically, it'd be a little further, but
no,
I'm
60 feet, but it moved towards me and then away. So
no,
it's
at an
like-
angle. At an angle.
I know at an angle, but unless.
But at an angle 20 feet, and then another 20 feet.
another 40 feet.
Well, no, the first movement, the 18-foot jump,
Yeah.
and then 20 feet of movement,
Yeah.
and then 40 feet of movement.
So technically,
You're
it'd be
at
more.
70.
Technically, it'd be closer to 65 feet, but we're just calling it 60 for you.
You're at 7. You're at 70. Let's roll it. Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and set that distance. Go ahead and set it to 60 for your purposes.
Okay.
We're hedging on the your side for this one. It's now 60 feet away from you, and that brings us to Edlin.
Okay.
Oh, and incidentally,
Yep. Displaced.
I'm going to run 60 feet up to it.
60 feet up to it. Okay, so
I'm going to run 30 feet
okay, 30 feet up.
and take a shot
Okay,
with the longbow.
okay.
That's a 17 and a 21.
Nice, that hits for sure. All right, so this time, kind of onto its game, your aim is true, and you shoot a little ways to the side of it.
8 plus 4. And that is 9 points of damage.
9 more points of
Wait a
damage.
minute, plus...
You have your sneak attack.
Woo!
The deep.
The deeps.
There.
Rolling in the deeps.
Wait, why 46?
Oh, what is it?
2d6.
2d6? All right, then.
Yeah, just go ahead and re-roll them.
Good. I got the same score. So 9 plus 4 is 13.
13. Woof. It is not happy.
Good, I don't want it to be.
Okay, you sure? It's such a pretty kitty.
And now I will run, and now I will use my bonus action to run 20 feet up on it, so I'm still 10 feet away.
You're 10 feet away from it. The arrow strikes true, and its form reconsolidates to its true body. Good. That brings us to Hillary.
Hillary! All right. I'm going to move 40 feet to it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to bonus action dash 40 feet to it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to grapple the son of a bitch.
Okay. All right, so you were 40 feet away from it. It added 60. So it would currently be
It was 80 feet
away
away.
from you, and then you...
And I have a movement speed of 40 right now.
Yep, that's
So,
true.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Do I have inspiration? No, I don't. Good. Yeah, cool. Can I give you mine?
I don't think that's how it works. What? I got a 9.
A 9. Unfortunately, as you managed to get to, and you're like, an attempt to wrap your arms around it. However, just kind of like an eel, almost just comes right out from your clutches and keeps going.
That's all right. It can't get away from me.
Okay.
It cannot get away from me.
He's a noodly boy.
Noodle boy. Okay, that brings us to Desmond.
Okay, I'm give me half a second here I'm curious about, I wonder if I can transfer inspiration that way. I'll look it up afterwards. But
Wait, what?
Not exactly transfer, but just use as inspiration.
yeah, if it has to be my roll or if I can just choose a roll.
Oh, you mean like a DM inspiration or
Yeah.
something? That's got to be your roll.
Okay.
It's specifically like a reward to your character.
Well, if I should be close enough to get 60 feet, and now I can hit it with a bonfire.
Okay, yeah, you should definitely be able to get to 60 feet away.
All right. So, dex saving throw on it.
Okay, sounds good. 20.
That'll do it.
Right. Unfortunately, yeah, the fire comes up and just...
But I'll leave the fire up so people can see.
Okay, sounds good. There is now vision on the creature. It is now lit up. Bring us to Saurus.
All right. Now I see it in the light and I go, oh, I did hit it. And I'm going to throw another javelin and I'm going to reckless attack it.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be a single roll then, because I'm out of range. But I'm actually going to move my 30 feet, so I'm within the 120.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm at the very edge of the range, reckless, and... Ooh, 12, 7, 18.
That was just,
19.
and that was just a single roll?
Yep, single roll.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Right. 2, 5, 7 damage.
7 damage. That is... All right, it slams into it. It kind of buckles to the side. And keeps going. It's not looking super good.
Thank you for that fire, by the way. That saves me.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool. That's Saurus. Penny.
All right, I'm gonna
run up my 35 feet and will not be in melee range, so I guess I will. I just barely out of range for that too. I'll use my short bow.
Okay.
And this will be at disadvantage?
This will be not at disadvantage.
Get him. Get him.
Oh, nope. It's gonna be 11.
Unfortunately, it is a good shot, but the thing seems to be already real squirrely and is ducking and weaving. Kaz.
So because of the bonfire, I can plainly see it. I don't need to worry about my dark vision for range, correct?
Yeah, no, you're easy, you can see it.
Gotcha. Move ahead 30 feet, 3 more scorching rays.
Okay. How many of those do you have again?
I have 3 second level spells.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
I have 3 first level spells.
So 21, 12, and a nat 1.
21, 12, and a nat 1. So the 21 does hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, 7.
7 points of damage. Hey, that's something. This ray, it sort of, as 2 go past, the next one hits it right in the haunch. It's definitely limping.
I'm going to use 3 sorcerer. I'm going to use my bonus action to convert 3 sorcerer points into a second level spell slot.
Okay, sounds good. Ah, gee.
So 4 now.
I love meta magic.
And just with abandon, it's going to go ahead and give. No, that's Keto's turn.
Oh, Keto's gonna help.
Keto help, and it's nobody's turn. Nobody. You can. This is the first time you've really been able to see this thing now.
I will.
What was that noise? Was he just doing a dance?
I'm at 90 feet. It hasn't moved since it last moved, right?
Correct.
It moved 20 feet.
It moved 20 and then added another 40 feet onto that because it dashed.
Another 40 feet on. Okay. I went to the restroom and was not here for that.
Yeah, the heavy armored party definitely got split up with Hellry taking the swiftness potion.
How did it move 40 feet? Oh, because it dashed, right?
It jumped out of the spikes and then dipped it. So I think 90 is correct for you. Because I was a little ways ahead of you. I ended up at 60. So you
Yeah, I feel like 90 sounds correct.
I
I don't think you're 130 feet away from it.
No.
Go ahead and set yourself to 90.
All right, cool. That's where I was. I was just confused. From where I am standing, seeing its silhouette in the fire.
And I have exactly 2
Nobody's gonna magic missile.
Nobody's gonna magic missile it. Okay, yeah.
And I'm really not sure how this is gonna work with this specific scenario.
Okay.
Just because magic missiling a displacer beast sounds funky.
Well, it's currently manifested, so it got hit already, so it's in its normal state.
All right, well, we got 5, 10, or 3, 5, and 8, and 4, 12 damage.
12 damage as you once again release these maggot-like bolts of energy that sort of squirm through the air. They move quickly, but in a jerky fashion, almost creating these sort of lightning bolt patterns through the air, leaving tiny little streams of energy behind them. They kind of start to drill into its flesh there. And seems to writhe in pain at the impact of these things. All right.
Do not like that there.
Nope. And
I'll move up 30 feet.
okay. But seemingly currently very battered, it's just gonna kind of growl at Hell and dash off into the trees, giving you an opportunity attack.
I would like to grapple it.
I don't think you can do that on an opportunity
You
attack.
can make 1 melee weapon attack.
Huh.
Because you're not taking a full attack action. Is the
Yeah.
Oh, grapple is part of an attack action.
Yeah.
It replaces one of your attacks.
That was what I was thinking. It replaces one of your attacks. Okay,
But,
well, I'll just take a swing at
an
it.
attack
No, this is like
is
a-
not an attack action.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool.
I'll double check it.
I'll hit it.
You need something like Sentinel to
Oh, yeah.
stop it in its tracks.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay, so that's a 20 something. Yeah, 20.
That'll hit.
Not bad. 11 slashing damage.
11. As it charges away from you bring your axe around and carve straight into its side. You take an entire leg off. It leaves behind one haunch there and continues to run away, still skittering on these 5 remaining legs, but pouring blood out of it now.
But only like 80 feet, right?
80 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
80 feet?
Oh god, that's never gonna make me smile.
I can't get away
I
from me.
cannot, every
Can't get
time
away
I
from
play with this man. Every time I play, he's just like, you like movement speed? Screw you, buddy.
I heard you like movement speed, so I got you some movement speed for your movement.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't played
Opportunity
it back
attack is
season.
one melee attack. Grapple is taking the attack action.
Okay.
So, yeah. According to Raw. Anyway.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. That brings us around to Edlin.
You said it moved 80 feet?
Yep, and as it runs away, it kind of...
Don't forget to add your 80 feet, everybody.
80 feet straight out.
80 feet straight out.
Far for me now.
Okay. Raz and frets. That's,
I'll just move this back over, and I'm at 200 now.
maybe we just
So
let
I'll
it
move
go.
to 30 feet away,
Okay.
and I will shoot it.
Okay. So as you run these, right, so you make it up to 80 or 30 feet away, so you move 50 feet. You break out into a large...
I moved 60 feet because
Or
if I
sorry.
was 10 feet away, it moved 80.
Yeah.
That puts me 90, I moved 60, I'm 30 feet away.
Nice.
Okay, so you move 60. Either way, you break into a large clearing at this point, and you can see it like rushing around the side of this hill ahead of you.
Shoot him on.
That would be a 8 and 6, 14 and a 14.
Hey, nice.
Okay, that's a hit.
Rolling deeps.
8, 2. That's 10, 11 plus 4, 15.
15. That is enough. As this arrow strikes true, again, lancing towards a space nearby it, not necessarily where it is, it kind of slams in and you see its form reconsolidate off to one side, kind of in midair, as it grinds through the earth to a rest near on the other side of this hill. All right.
A few minutes pass before I start running.
A few minutes.
He's fast. He's really fast.
He's a fast boy.
He's a fast boy.
All right.
Not much of a sprinter, are you?
Not really.
Yeah.
We got it.
What did we get exactly?
We furbolts and wasted.
Whatever thing was.
I've
Anybody even know what this shit is?
heard stories from some other merchants before about a similar type of creature, but I'm not quite sure what it's called.
I call it a zippy kitty.
Now that
So you all make your way into this clearing here where you can see Edlin already. Edlin, go ahead.
now that I see it, can I make a check to see if I recognize what it is now?
Okay, you walk over to it and go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Could I do the same thing?
Okay, approaching it there.
I want to search the darkness around us.
Okay, roll. What are you searching for? Just like
Threats, danger.
threats?
Yeah.
Okay,
And I will guidance myself if I have a moment.
okay.
Probably not for me. 8.
Arcana is not my thing.
I know.
Oh no.
8.
I don't have proficiency in it.
What did you get there, Hillary?
Nobody 26. Nobody taught me how to do the thing.
Okay.
20 or 26.
Oh damn. Okay, and you got a 2. Unfortunately, you walk up
Would
to
that
it.
be Arcana or History? Either way, it's a 2, so it doesn't
Definitely
matter.
Arcana. All right, so
Learned it from me.
you go over to it.
Learned it from watching me.
Nature or survival. Okay.
I mean, you know the displacer beasts are a thing, and you know that they were actually created by the courts for various games they were playing, and that blink dogs hate them, but you've never actually seen one in person. All right. What was everybody else doing at this point again?
Oh, I was looking to see if I could tell what it was, which if we're
Go ahead and
using
roll.
Arcana, then it would only be an 8.
Okay. Unfortunately, same thing. You're like, it's a cat, but wrong.
Well, Gregory will be happy. I wonder
I
what parts we can use from it.
walk up and I take it.
cat-
It's got one of the
cat
paddle things with spikes on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are the spikes like super stiff, or are they kind of?
They are definitely rigid, some kind of bone or cartilaginous tissue that's been that's very sharp and pointed.
All right. So I take my dagger out and I chop off part of the tentacle there, and grind the sharp bits off the tip, and I pull my hat off and start brushing my hair.
Brilliant. All right. You get a displacer comb.
It's good for 1 week.
3 charges every dawn. Okay. Nobody. What are you doing as well for this?
I think my comb's going stale.
It's just in a huff, arriving at the scene of the dead creature.
Goliath are natural sprinters. They had no chance.
We furbolgs are wasted on cross country.
Well, I think you guys did just fine.
Hillary, as you're examining the trees surrounding this area, you're looking out in the darkness, and there's an unease about you, a sort of prickling on the back of your neck, and a whisper in your ear. You found one of my places.
Oh my.
In a familiar voice to you, and all at once you recognize the smell of death in this area, and you turn and you look towards the hillside around which your companions are gathered around the fallen displacer beast, and you realize that this is a burial mound. And all at once there's a as the earth around it, there's a cracking sound, and a large root as the entire hillside lifts up. You see bones and hands hanging out from the underside of it, and it turns and looks towards you with what you can only assume is some kind of malformed head, as a kind of root-like teeth are exposed from within an earthen maw. And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
Can I say I was just like walking towards out of the forest while this is going on?
Oh yeah,
Because
everybody
I was
is-
still 180 feet behind everybody.
Yeah, like-
Just walking.
Hey guys, what's going on? Oh my god.
So once again, if you liked today's episode, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. Follow us on Twitch. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube if that's where you're watching it, and at least give us a like here so that we can make sure we're getting this out to as many folks as possible. And again, don't forget that you can catch us on our podcast as well if that's a little bit more your speed. It's going to be, again, Nat 20 Proof, the podcast. We'll be uploading that every Friday. We've got a whole bunch of them coming out soon here, so make sure to go check those out.
And before we go, remind everyone, go vote, turn in your ballots. I vote. Do you really want me picking your government? Come on, people.
Moral of the story, vote. Go freaking vote.
No, and we have to wait. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
We have to wait an extra week because we're doing the one shot next week.
That is true. Yeah. You have to wait it out.
Anybody got spell slots left?
Oh boy.
I do. I'm good.
I'm all good.
I got stuff.
I just hurt,
I can't
but I'm
spell.
good.
First level stuff.
That's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure what you had left in the tank.
I got stuff left in the tank, so don't worry.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
It's just gonna be burning a lot of stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what,
That is what you've been doing all fight.
this hill seems like a good hill to die on.
All right.
Oh boy.